Tonight from Talladega, Talladega SARG Super Speedway Truck Series will go bumper to bumper for the third race of the chase. Last week, 2 drivers were eliminated. Now we are down to the top 6. After tonight, 2 more drivers will be eliminated. Let's get to the top 6 into tonight's race here in just a moment. I would like to introduce to you tonight, I am, of course, Joshua Medlock. Stephen Dean coming in the booth with me tonight, going to help me out call this race. Stephen, how you doing tonight, buddy?
We're doing ready to watch some good racing. Always fun to watch some super speedway, so ready to get this thing rolling.
Yes, sir, we are. Well, Stephen, glad to have you out here, bud. You know, we've got about 19 or so drivers out here tonight, but, you know, it's pack racing. And you know what pack racing means. Everybody's pretty much going to be bunched up together.
Oh, yeah, and it's always close. You know, Dega's always fun. You know, the 3-4 wides, it's going to get wild, and can't wait for this ride.
All righty, well, we're going to get right to it here tonight. And, you know, these point standings are really, really tight coming into tonight. The chase drivers, top 6, Lucas Cram going back-to-back, opening the chase with a win here at Dega. So he's already got 1 win at Dega. And then coming back after the 4th of July, winning as well at Daytona. Now they're back at Dega. Lucas looking to make it 3 for 3 in the chase. He is holding the top spot with 3,027 points. Benjamin Nelson in second. He's just down a spot. 3,025 points. He's only 2 back behind Lucas in the point standings. Kyle Manger in third, 3,016. Seth Knoll in fourth, 3,011. He's actually tied with the NASCAR Gavin J. Jones with 3,011. And Nick Olson right on the bubble as well, 3,005 points. He is 6 back. And right now, I am not seeing, I must be blind, but I don't see, Nick Olson is here tonight. So Nick really needs a solid finish in the stages, Steve. He needs a solid finish in, the final, stint of the race. And, finishing up front in the stages and getting the win, that is definitely going to help Nick Olson.
Yeah, that's a big thing too here. These points are very tight going in here. Like you said, 22 points separating first and 6th on the bubble. Anything can happen on these plate tracks. So let's see where it goes.
Yeah. I mean, they do get playoff points. For the pole, you get 3 points through regular points. Most laps led, you get 2 points. And then a lap led, you get a point as well. Now there is 3 green-white-checkered attempts, Steven. I know you're new here, but they do 3 green-white-checkered attempts. After those 3, on the 3rd attempt, if a caution comes out before the leader takes the white flag, the race is over. They will not do it again. That's just the way they do it here for SARG. So 3 attempts for the green-white-checkered. Winning the stage, and this is where it comes down to those playoff points. Winning the stage gives you 1 playoff point and 10 regular points. So winning the stage is definitely a key thing here with SARG.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it. That's a lot of points at stake. 3 stages, obviously. Well, 2 stages and then you finish. I believe that's how they run. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But that's a lot of points to be collected there, and I mean that can make or break a draw. That can make or break your standings just there, just a stage.
Yeah, for sure. You know the stages, and I was talking to Lucas earlier, and this is give everybody out there a little bit of insider information. I don't like stage racing, okay, but it does make it interesting in a sense because those playoff points are key for everybody, for the guys in the chase, of course. And they're key in the regular season as well to make it to the playoffs. So I can see where the chase or where the stages are a good thing. Me personally, I'm just not a fan of the stages.
Yeah, and there's it almost seems like any iRacer you talk to, these plate tracks are up in the air all the time. So you just gotta have a good finish everywhere. Keep it in one piece for sure, and just finish the race. I think that's going to be really important.
Yes, sir. Well, as we take a look at the pre-race analysts here coming in tonight, we've got an air temp of 77, and we talk about track temp because track temp does play a key factor into the races. Well, the track temp here tonight is only about 83 degrees, Steven, so it's not bad. Not a hot track temp at all. These guys should be okay. You don't use up a whole lot of tires here at Talladega anyway, so these track temp at 83 degrees are not bad. 94 laps here tonight, 250 miles. Tire window at about 55 to 65 laps. Fuel window at about 40 to 45. We've got a pit road speed of 60 miles an hour here tonight, but pace speed, however, is interstate speed at about 75. So that's the pre-race analyst. And, you know, going back to those track temps, Steven, you've seen it many times on iRacing, so you kind of know how those track temps play into effect. What are you going to see here tonight going forward?
Well, you know, with it being so low, I think it's going to be really sticky. You know, I run in other leagues and stuff with those guys, and like last night, for instance, 111 was a track temp, 118 somewhere in there, and I mean, that's just so slick and so nasty. 83 is a really nice track speed, or real nice track temp, so you'll be sticky, and hopefully we can keep it down, keep it in a straight line, and get some good green flag runs going, so we actually have to see maybe some green flag stops here.
Throwing a little bit of comedy in there, you were saying 83 being a good track speed. I don't think it's a good track speed at Talladega, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, if you're doing 83, that's definitely a horrible speed. Definitely mid-temp, but yeah, if you're running 83, you might as well just park it for the night because you're going down quick.
Yeah, 83 miles an hour here at Talladega. Probably not key here, but hey, they do get one reset. So, Steven, you know, talk about the reset, you know, 94 laps. There's a lot of laps here at Dega stages. With one reset, what are you thinking about? Knowing that you got that reset, what do you think about it going through your mind? You know, when to use it, how to use it, make sure that stupid thing's unclicked if you don't need it, of course. You know, you've been there, you know.
Yeah, and I've definitely made the mistake of, you know, getting that little 30-second optional damage and accidentally having it clicked. That's kind of a big deal, and you're like, especially when you need it later in the race. But I think it's all going to come down to strategy. I mean, if you're still running with the pack, keeping up pretty well, you can take a lick or two. As long as you can keep that nose tucked in there and keep it going straight, I think you'll be all right, and use it late race and get 100% speed and everything out of it that you possibly can towards the end.
Yes, sir. Well, before we get to the national anthem, we are going to go over the top three here real quick in practice. Rodney Evans currently in that top spot. Lucas Cram second, and Alex Bell third. Now, this is just practice. You know, once they get into qualifying, you know, the qualifying laps is going to change a few things. And then, of course, when you get into the racing style, that's when everything really changes. So we're going to step away here real quick, play the national anthem, and qualifying will be underway when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched to say, slander the prey, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, just that star, spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free, in the
Alrighty, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Qualifying is underway. No times have came in just yet, as it just started here about 3 minutes ago. You know, these guys are in a pack racing open qualifying here, so everybody can go out, get with their teammates or get with whoever they can. Now these times are starting to come in as we bring up the qualifying times for everybody. It looks like currently the 22. I've got the 22 of Caden Atkins in the top spot here. Let me refresh that. There we go. The 22 of Caden Atkins currently with a 1:11.550. Of course, they just started their actual lap, so this is going to be where these times really start kicking in, Stephen. Well, let's see here who we got in chat. We've got Rodrigo Logo. We've got Dane Severson. Kobe Wells in chat. Oh, not able to make it here tonight. We're glad to have you in chat there, Kobe. DF Williams in chat. And Mel21AKYT in chat. We've got some people filing in here at about 24 viewers here currently. So glad to have everybody out there. Rodrigo, I do see you as well. So thank you for tuning in. Rodrigo from Argentina tunes in when he can. So, Steven. Qualifying, man. Times, man, 52.119 for that first time around. Sean Howell up front in that 33. But really, this is just going to set the field for what's yet to come.
Oh, yeah, you know, and qualifying, yeah, it's a big deal. Can be. But I don't think it's necessarily a make or break deal. You know, qualifying at these big tracks, yeah, you can get out front, but you're still going to shuffle around. You're still going to get beat up. You just got to hang on to it. Qualify good, I guess, but it's 100% up to you.
Yes, sir. Ray. Well, we've got some more people filing in here. Looks like Rick Donovan over from Extreme Motorsports 99.com. We have Kevin Chasm 18 saying hello. Racing Fan 99. I got a couple of my regulars in here as well. We got some people filing in here, Steven, and we've got 22 drivers here. Now, it looks like a couple of them have yet to take the track. Jonathan Chavis, Robbie Lyons, Alex Bell, and Justin Bruns. But we know Talladega. It's a big, wide track. If you get packed up together and something happens up front and you're with that pack, it could be very ugly for the drivers behind them.
Yeah, you can literally go from a full pack of cars to, you know, 3, 4, 5 cars that aren't touched yet. It's these pack tracks are wild, and if someone up front gets a little squirrely, it could be bad for everybody.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, we do have, let's see here. I do believe he's still in here. The Pikachu 51 of Alan Ballacchino. Alan not having the best of races he's won in the past couple of weeks. Just unfortunately been up in the wrong spot at the wrong time, and has cost him a few races to be out early on. Let's see if that number 51 Pikachu can turn it around here tonight. And, you know, going back to opening the chase as well, the number 44 of Lucas Cram has already went back-to-back. Now, going back, getting a win is hard enough. And as we see the big one there happen here in qualifying, just getting a win is hard. Getting a win and going back-to-back is even harder. Back-to-back-to-back, extremely difficult. What is Lucas's, if you were Lucas, Steven, and you were in his position, not trying to throw you under the bus here any at all, but what would you have to do to keep that momentum going, knowing you're in the chase, and of course you've got the lead in the points, but that still is in the back of your mind?
Yeah, first of all, I don't mind being put on the spot as a back-to-back race winner. I would love that. But yeah, he's got some race wins. He's pretty set in points. I mean, points are very, very tight here. I think he's set up pretty nicely. Riding that first spot, you know, they're going to get rid of a couple drivers after tonight. And he's up in that top spot, so he would. I think it's going to take. It would be have to have a really bad race to get pushed down there, and winning back to back, like you said, that's tough. Three-peat, man, that is a feat in itself.
Yeah, it is, you know, and I think D.F. Williams is one of the guys that always picks, you know, pretty much the same number every week in and week out. Of course, tonight he's picking the number 25 again in chat. If you guys have a pick in chat and you want to see who's going to win tonight, or you have a certain pick or a certain driver, of course, Steven, I'm going to throw you in that mix as well here in just a few moments. Please throw it in chat. We want to see who you guys have on call and who you would want to win tonight. Of course, we know D.F. Williams is going to be picking the number 25, which is tonight Kyle Manger. He is a chase driver, so he's got a good, solid pick here. Kyle coming tonight in third. So please pick your number, and we'll try to get, you know, to them to let everybody know who that driver is. Steven, out of curiosity, who would you like to see to win here tonight?
Now, this may be a slightly biased call, as I do work with these guys outside of this league. But we talked to Ryan Swan pre-race, and he feels real confident about this race, and I think he could put one in the bag here.
All right, so you're going to pick the number 67 of Ryan Swan here to, you know, maybe bring it home into victory lane here tonight. And, you know, picking a non-chase driver to win and maybe win the stages and everything, that really upsets the playoff picture as well, because you don't get those playoff points needed to go, and you don't get those points needed to go as well into the next round. So, you know, that does play into effect as well.
Yeah, I think that makes it so much more fun when it comes to these playoffs. You know, you get these big group of drivers, and you got these 6 guys battling it out to move on to the next stage. 6 or 8 guys, I believe it's 6.
6, yes.
6 guys, they're battling it out, and I mean, you're just throwing a monkey wrench in their whole plan, and they don't like that too much. But you know, it makes it fun. It makes for great racing. The more, the merrier. And I enjoy seeing someone new win all the time. It's kind of one of my things. You know, I'm not going to say I'm not a fan of seeing a guy win over and over, but I love seeing the underdog, the new guy, someone who hasn't win, pull one out and get to go to victory lane and celebrate with his team.
All right, well, we've got some picks. Checkered flag for qualifying is over. Now, iRacing does have a countdown here. They're going to let them finish their lap, and it doesn't look like they're going to finish their lap because the big one happens there on the front stretch. So everybody is pretty much over with and done. We're going to get them down here on the grid here momentarily as soon as iRacing decides it wants to update. This is the problem with qualifying at Talladega. It takes its good old easy time. So here we go. We're going to get them down here on the grid. Looks like Gavin Jones going to take that top spot too. So give it just a few moments to kick over. So we've got a pick for Nelson, a pick for the 24. We've got a pick for Let's see. Where's he at? The 67. Man, we've got picks. Picks are happening.
24, 25,
All right,
48.
Here we go. We're going to get them on the grid here. Now, this is the MaxSpeedTV starting grid here tonight. Gavin Jones, playoff driver, going to grab the pole with a 54.95. Congratulations to Gavin for getting the pole here. Josh Fox going to start on the outside of him in that second spot. Sean Howell in third. Lucas Cram, another playoff driver, going to be fourth. Nick Olson, playoff driver, going to be fifth. Ryan Swan in sixth. Brett Taylor, seventh. Kyle Manger, playoff driver, in eighth. Brett Murphy, ninth. And Luke Parks going to round out the top 10 here tonight. Steven.
Sitting in 11th, you've got the 86 of Colin Fern. 12th, you have the 9 of Seth Knoll. 34 of Jonathan Cuevas rolling off 13th. 14th, you have Dawson Miller, the 56. 42 of Robbie Lyons rolling off 15th. 48 of Benjamin Nelson, 16th. 17th, you have the 17 of Rodney Evans. 18th, the 22 of Caden Atkins. The 88 of Clint Spillman rolling off 19th. 20th, Alan Ballacino, the 51. The 50 of Alex Bell rolling off 21st. And the 28 of Justin Burns rolling off 22nd.
All right. Fantastic job there, Steven. It actually was correct this time. Wow. First time I think ATVO and iRacing was on the same page. Yeah, you don't see that very often. Trust me. All right, but fantastic job. Now we're waiting here for Gavin to grid. If Gavin don't grid, that is going to give the pole up to, what is it, third or second? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Well, Gavin's going to grid, so that number 12 is going to grid here tonight. All right, the Canadian named Brandon. Hey, that's my middle name. He's going to pick the 24, 25, or 48 to win here tonight. So we've got some picks happening, and they're rolling off here. Number 12 of Gavin Jones grabbing the pole here tonight. He is going to pick up 3 points for pole as he catches up to the number 5 of Josh Fox. A lot of these guys, I know the number by the name and the name by the number. When you do these guys over and over, Steven, you really get to know the car number of the driver.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying Racing Fan 99. He went with the 24, and he also predicted there's going to be a big wreck. I would definitely bet on that with him.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. You know, these guys, well, I would have to say now, these guys know how to race. There has been races that I have called that they went caution-free other than the stages. So, you know, banking on there would be a big one. I wouldn't bet on it. I would not bet on it at all because these guys know how to race. Now we do have, you know, we do have a driver in here who is a, you know, you see him on Tuesday nights in the NASCAR Peak Antifreeze Series, Benjamin Nelson, the number 48. You know, he races with these guys. This is super speedway racing. This is pack racing. See a lot of guys out here pack racing, racing it up, and you know, Ben, he's right there in the point standings too. Another chase driver. Anything can happen. You know, it happens so quickly you have no reaction time either. That's the thing about Talladega or Daytona.
Yeah, that's just kind of where I was going with that. You know, you just never know here. These tracks are wild. These tracks are fast. One little mistake and it could go wrong for quite a few people.
Yes, it is. All right, the pace car is off and away. To the safety of pit road, Gavin Jones in the number 12. Going to lead them to the line to get them started here tonight. And of course, we always get them started the same way here with me, Joshua Medlock at MaxSpeedTV. Stephen Dean in the booth with me tonight. But start-finish line at the exit of pit road here. Got to go through the trioval. Green flag is out. And boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing at Talladega, boys. Sorry if I blew out your eardrums. All right, still 2 by 2 as everybody gets lined out here. Now, it's not probably going to take long. We're going to see 3 lanes, Steven.
It's actually happening now. You got a little 3-wide going on there in the middle. Actually, we have a couple 3-wides going on.
Now, it looks like the 67 of Ryan Swan, count out on the back, on the outside by himself, has no help. And, you know, that's the thing. You need some help. You need some teammates to help you push up front. Gavin Jones going to lead the first lap here tonight. He is going to pick up another point here, 1 point for leading a lap. Don Howell in the 33 directly behind him, giving him that a boost of momentum, that draft, that push. Bumper hooks. Now, I want to talk about it here early. Bumper hooks do happen in the trucks. And when they happen quickly, fast, and with really no reaction time if you're around them. Now, right now we are seeing that high line not really being able to go anywhere as the number 5 of Josh Fox gets pushed out by the 24 of Nick Olson. Coming to lap number 2 here, taking lap number 3. Right now, Gavin up front. Gosh, getting pushed back even further. And, you know, Steven, I talked to you earlier about it. They do run stages. You know, stage 1 coming at lap number 20. It's really making it through the stages. Because leading that final lap, that checkered flag, that's where it really matters.
Yeah, I feel like the stages are really important for these chase guys. Obviously, not as important for the non-chase drivers. Still a great accomplishment to get that chase win, or that chase win. Listen to me. That stage win. It's awesome to see. The thing that blows my mind at these tracks is if you get shuffled out of that line, how quickly, just how fast you fall out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, if there's no way for you to get back in, as we look at it right here, the number 86 of Colin Fern, he is out there by himself. He has no help out there. He has no way of getting inside that line. So he's going to go all the way back, really all the way back behind, I would say, the 22nd, as we do have a shuffle up front here. The number 9 of Seth Knoll getting shuffled out as well. Now, Nick Olson did lead a lap, so he is going to pick up a bonus point as well. And it's going to be a battle here for the most laps led, too, because it's Talladega, super speedway racing, bumper to bumper. We see the top 5 drivers aside from Sean Howell. Sean Howell not in the chase. However, the other 4 drivers, Gavin Jones, Nick Olson, Lucas Cram, Kyle Manger, all up here together. Nick Olson really needs something here tonight. And I'm going to speak highly of Nick Olson and talk a lot about him here tonight because he is right on the bubble. He is 6th coming into tonight. He needs the most points to go further on into the next round. Gavin just needs to have a clean race, finish the best he can in the stages, and possibly get the win. Well, we don't know. But he really needs everything.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, Lucas Cram, he is the leader currently in points. He doesn't need the race win. You know, it wouldn't be the death of him if he didn't get the race win. As long as he keeps a clean truck, keeps it underneath him, and just drives that thing and finishes it, I think he'll be okay.
And he should be, as we are 3 wide here. 3 wide already. 3 lines have started. And it looks like we've got the 24 of Nick Olson to the high side. Benjamin Nelson with him. Here comes the Pikachu 51 of Alan Ballard. Whoa! almost contact. There was contact there between the 44 and the 25. Or between the 24 and the 44, excuse me. No, the 25. 25. Who is the 25? Kyle Manger. There we go. So there was contact there between the 44 and the 25. No harm, no foul. But there was contact. But we are still 3 wide here. We talk about that third lane. And that third lane is starting to form on that outside line. Led by Benjamin Nelson. Alan Ballacino in second.
Yeah, and the more guys you can stack up in these lines, the faster you're going to go. You're going to have more push. It doesn't matter which line you're in. I mean, if you've got more guys up in that high line, it's going to be a fast line. You're going to be able to make passes out there. You just got to be careful running that 3 wide because it can get tight at times. And, one little loose slip up and it might happen.
Yeah, and I was watching here with the 56 of Dawson Miller. It was getting a little loose out there. Now we're on lap 8 of 94, lap 8 of 20 for the first stage here. Well, they can make it to they can make it to the end of stage 2. Stage 2 is lap 40, but on fuel. They don't use up really tires, but we know how it usually happens going toward the end of the stage. Everybody gets a little bit dicey. Everybody is wanting those playoff points, especially the top 6. That's what you're going to see, really, at the end of stage 2. You're going to see it at stage 1, but you're going to see it at stage 2 for sure, and really coming to the line to the checkered flag at the end of the race, at lap 94.
Yeah, stage 2 finishing up. I mean, you're kind of setting your race up. You're setting up your last stage. You want to be in a good spot starting out. As we've mentioned time and time again, the shuffles happen. It's a fast track. You move a lot. So you're going to lose some, you're going to gain some. But all in all, getting a great stage 2 finish kind of sets your tone, in my eyes, as far as what you're going to do throughout the rest of the race.
Yes, it is. Well, we're going to go back into the field a little ways as we've been up front with the leaders here. The number 9 of Seth Knoll going to lead that lap. We're going to go back here to around the 12th position. Oh! We've got a little bit of lollygagging or something's going on. The 25 of Kyle Manger. Oh, something happened here. No caution, but yet something was going on there. And we're going to go back here and take a look at what happened here as we are still under green flag conditions. Now, Kyle Manger was running up front as we go back here on the MaxSpeedTV replay. Under green flag conditions, Kyle Manger going to lose a lot of positions and go all the way back into 17th. And right there it was. It looks like there was a little bit of contact 3 wide as well between the 9, the 25, or the 9 and the 25, the 56 out there, the 24 getting into the mix. Gavin Jones barely dodging that. So, that's going to happen. You're going to have these little mishaps, but a good save there by Kyle for being able to save it, not cause a caution, to get up into these other drivers and to keep his hopes alive as well, because Seth in that number 9 also in the chase.
Yeah, and it also, I don't know, that replay kind of told a big story. It really looked like there might have been a little anger fueled in a couple of those last taps of the 25 by the 9. You can't really tell, you never know what's going through a man's head when he's behind the wheel of a race car. So, but he definitely gave him more than one, and it was pretty rough looking, but a great save there.
Well, and that's yeah, and not to interrupt you there, Stephen, but that's the difference, distinguishing from broadcasting to actually racing. Us as broadcasters, we only see what happens on the track. Well, we don't know what's going through the driver's mind. We don't know what they're thinking, what they're doing with their team, or any of that. We have no idea. We see what's going on track, and we can, maybe assume, maybe that's happening. But that's what broadcasting is about. You know, you call it like you see it, and those angry taps, well, they could be playing a factor here tonight as well. Lucas Cram also going to lead one lap and picking up a bonus point.
Yeah, you just never know. Tempers flare. They're going to flare. It is racing. Nobody likes a beat-up truck, that's for sure. But, you know, it is what it is, and we're going to race on.
Yes, we are. Still green flag here tonight. Lap 13 of 20 of the stage here. Lap 13 of 94 of the race. We're on the number 46 of Brett Taylor back here in 11th. And he is leading a group here. The 88 of Clint Spillman and Brett Murphy back here. The 88 and the 11. John Howell back here in the 33. Currently running with the 28 of Justin Bruns. These two are together. Now there's two trucks here. At Talladega, it's a fast track. You really want more than two trucks, but it's early on here tonight. So, you know, these drivers, these two do have time to get it together and maybe get, you know, more drivers with them together. Jonathan Chavis back here in the 34. He is running with the 3 of Luke Parks. The 25, Kyle Manger onto his inside there. Kyle running with the 42 of Robbie Lyons. I got a bone to pick with Robbie later on. We'll get to that later. And the 86 of Colin Fern also back here. Colin, he started in 11th, running back here in 18th. But like I said, it is still early on for these guys. These guys know that the race is by far not over. You do have one reset, but you don't want to use it early as the 12 of Gavin Jones gets shuffled into the center here. 3 wide, and he is going to pick up the 51 of Alan Ballacino. So now they're going to get that mid-third lane going as the 24 drops it down.
Yeah, I know you say these guys race a lot together. Do a lot of super speedway racing, so I'm sure they kind of have a pretty good idea as far as everyone's driving style. You know, that's a big deal coming in. You got to learn the driving style of these other drivers and what they're going to do and kind of anticipate those moves. But yeah, I think they'll little time. I mean, it's always nerve-wracking these probably the first stage. They're kind of short stage, not really lengthwise, but lap-wise, it's a little shorter. But you just got to give them, I'd say, that first stage, you should be settled in pretty well at the start of the second one.
Yes, sirree. Lap 16 of 94. Lap 16 of 20. Battle for the lead up here. Lucas Cram has led 2 laps. Nick Olson has led 3. Here comes the number 12 of Gavin Jones. NASCAR Gavin, as he's known in team speak. He's got the 48 of Benjamin Nelson right behind him. We are going to be coming to about 3 to go here in the stage. First stage winding down. You're going to see these guys make moves here coming late into the stage. The question is, who will win the stage? You know, if it's a non-chase driver, it's really going to upset the chase drivers. If it's a chase driver, that's going to help that chase driver especially. Oh, somebody's motor just let go, and we have a spin here. I believe that is the 17 of Rodney Evans. His engine, I believe, might have let go. Caution is out. We're going to go back here and take a look at what happened to Rodney Evans as he was pushing the 44 of Lucas Cram. I believe his engine just popped. And
that's another big thing here, man. You got to keep an eye on those temps. They are a big deal here.
Yeah, temps. Yeah, we were going to talk about that later on, but you know, now we just see it here. The 17 of Rodney Evans engine just let go right in front of the 51, right in front of the 24. Now he does manage to kind of get it slowed down. However, he does go up high into the 48 of Benjamin Nelson, and that is what upset both of these drivers. The 17 slides it off into the grass, back up onto the track here, and that is where the caution will come out with the number 17 of Rodney Evans' engine letting go. And we know what happens when the engine lets go, and that will do it here for the stage, I do believe. Let me get a confirmation who won the stage, and we will get back to you. Alrighty, we are back here live on MaxSpeedTV, and it looks like the number 24 of Nick Olson is going to win the stage here tonight. Nick Olson needing every single bit of those stage points. We're going to get Nick down here right now to have a word in with him. Nick Olson, Joshua Medlock in the broadcast booth. Do you get a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Nick Olson, man, the number 24 on the bubble here tonight. Stage points, man. You're going to win the first stage here tonight. Talk about what that means to you, and how is your racing going overall?
It's always a lot of fun racing with these guys. A couple close calls there for sure, as you saw with the 9 and the 25. Just trying to stick with our teammates again, but really lucky to have that late call on the caution there. I was surprised it didn't come out, and I pulled up, and there was the caution. So there's 10 points that I desperately need. That vaults me very close to getting in. So I just got to do the same thing again and then finish strong, and I'll be racing again next week.
Yes, sir. You know, 10 regular points, 1 playoff point definitely helps, Nick. Well, it looks like you guys didn't pit, and I know you probably can make it, or more likely make it to the the second stage. We know tire wear not really a big factor here at Dega, but fuel, going into the final stage, of course, you got to get through the second stage. But fuel, could play a factor in the fuel run as well. Talk about what's going through your mind first and foremost going into the second stage, knowing you've already got a stage win.
Really doesn't change the mindset. Just got to go for max points. It's great that we got this. Gonna keep at it, and the fuel run, Brendan Race Control, he's gonna add a lap here at the stage conclusion because we're coming to 1 to go right now, so we'll be able to come in and top off and fill up the gas tank and get back at it here.
All right, man. Well, we're not going to keep you up here, bud. We're going to let you get back to it, man. Good luck down there in that number 24 Napa Auto Parts machine, man. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
All right, Nick Olson going to win stage 1 here tonight. Man, and stage is so important. We talk about it, but taking care of your car, that's important too.
Yeah, caveat on your taking care of your car. Those guys involved in that wreck, they probably don't want to use that fast repair yet, but it's good that they have that one banked because their night is not over and they could still come back and make some noise.
Yes, sirree. Ronnie Evans, it looks like is going to take his car behind the wall, call it a night here after blowing the engine in that number 17. Benjamin Nelson, it looks like currently sitting on a pit road, looking like he is going to get damage fixed. Now, Benjamin Nelson coming into tonight in second in points. I don't know exactly how many playoff points these guys have, as I don't have that information in front of me, but Benjamin Nelson, 2 points only behind Lucas Cram in the regular points. He's 9 points ahead of Kyle Manger. Kyle Manger currently running right now in currently in 7th. But anything can happen going forward. Let's get see if we can get that number 25 up here real quick. Kyle Manger, got a copy?
Hey, what's up?
Kyle, man, going to start P7 right here. Start at 8th. First caution of the evening into the stage, man. Talk about that number 25 Exalta Chevrolet. And going forward, you know, you're third in points, and you're trying to make it to the next round, even though you're sitting pretty comfortable, I would say, but not necessarily comfortable. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, after that last stage, I was looking for more stage points. When you're down to 6 guys here, you lose that cushion you had in the earlier round. So I was kind of the bubble guy, and I had my moment in 1 and 2. So still happy to have a race car. I got to get more stage points this next time around, though.
It looks like you're coming down pit road, Kyle. Well, we're not going to keep you, man. Getting ready for stage 2 here momentarily, but good luck.
Thanks.
All right. Well, as these guys come down pit road, now that's going to get a lead up to the 22 of Caden Atkins. Now, Caden's going to lead a lap here. Now, he's going to pick up a bonus point. Even though Caden not in the chase, you know, Caden not in the point standings or whatever, still, Caden's going to pick up a bonus point. So, you know, that just goes to show you it doesn't matter if you're in the chase or not. You can still pick up that bonus point.
My thing about that is, you know, this non-chase driver is getting this bonus point that a chase driver is not. So I've seen it come down to 1 or 2 points separating the bubble or even a champion. And, you know, that 1 point a chase driver could have had and it have moved them up. They no longer have that.
Yes, sir. Well, as we get, we're only single file here. All right. Well, the 22 of Caden gonna get him going. Robbie Lyons gonna start second. Colin Fern third. Brett Murphy fourth, and Luke Parks gonna start fifth here. Now the top 5 non-chase drivers, actually the top 7 roughly. But hey, I wouldn't count out these non-chase drivers because they have just as much of a chance to win as anybody out here.
Yeah, and I still think they want that victory. It's always fun, whether you're in the chase or not, to pull that win and get to go celebrate with your team. I mean, there's no feeling like it, and especially if it happens to be a guy who hasn't won a race, it just makes it that much more special to all of them.
Yes, it does. Well, as we get ready to get going here, coming out of turn number 4, Steven, why don't you get them going here, bud?
All right, the pace car is down to the bottom. We are gonna wait here for him to fire off. Still waiting here. Coming on around. Here we go. We should be getting this thing fired off at any time. Waiting on Caden Atkins to hit this loud pedal. He's on it now, and we are going on stage 2.
All right, stage 2 underway. And Caden gonna drop it right in front of the 42 of Robbie Lyons. Caden leading a couple of laps here. Robbie up to second. Robbie coming from 15th. Caden coming from 18th. Brett Murphy coming from 9th into 3rd. We're going to have a second line forming here in about like 1 second as that second line does form. Robbie Lyons in the truck out front here. He's got the 11 of Brett Murphy right behind him, and both of these guys drop it right in front of the 80 or the 22 of Caden Atkins. I was about to say the 86, but that would have been the 22. This front line going, Alan Ballacino gonna go high. The 86 of Colin Fern gonna go high. And the 86 of Colin Fern gonna lead that lap with the 51 of Alan Ballacino pushing the daylights out of him. Look at that. Alan, one heck of a driver, one heck of a pusher. He is pushing that 86. as these guys fall down to the low line here. The 24 going to go into the center, Nick Olson. The 50 of Alex Bell coming from 21st on the outside line, currently running in 5th. It looks like that third line is also going to form out there as well. Lucas Cram in the mix here, back running up front. Back into the field, Luke Parks, Jonathan Chavis kind of in the mix here. Jonathan down low. Luke Parks in the 3, kind of up high behind the 50. Back into the field a little ways further. Justin Brunge and Sean Howell here together. Gavin Jones, Clint Spillman here together. Kyle Manger, Ryan Swan. Benjamin Nelson, Seth Knoll right behind him, and Josh Fox in the number 5 has no help around him. He is currently the last driver on the lead lap, currently running in 21st. Josh started on the outside in 2nd.
Yeah, that 86 was just pushed out of that line there, and like we mentioned earlier, just fell right on back. But you mentioned earlier that the pack racing kind of wasn't one of your favorite things, or sorry, not the pack racing, the stage racing wasn't really your favorite thing. I'm not a big fan, but I do like it for the simple fact that I feel like it makes the race more competitive. Everyone gets to bunch back up and start over. You know, you have a bad lap and you fall off a little bit. Out here at these pack racing tracks, it's so hard to catch up. Just have it, especially by yourself, but even with just one other truck, it's almost impossible to catch up with these lines of 4, 5, 6 drivers. And that stage reset really gets to put everybody back up there and fighting again, and it just gives them another chance to go at it.
Yeah, and you know, Steven, you know, and I can't disagree to that. You know, that and that's what stage racing, you know, especially at a pack racing track at a super speedway, you know, that plays into a factor. These guys get bunched up back together. You know, and when you go to those smaller tracks like Bristol and stuff of that nature too, it bunches them all back up together. Those that are one lap down, or the first driver that is a lap down gets his lap back. He gets back on the lead lap. You know, I can see where stage racing would, you know, is good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like it. Yeah, you know. Well, all right,
yeah,
3 wide.
Not your cup of tea here.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. However, you know, as I was talking to Lucas earlier, I'm going to mention it. You know, they have a set laps for each of the races. You know, Daytona is 100 laps. Talladega's 94 laps. The stages are exactly the same for both, 20 and 40. So nothing changes. But, you know, it's still stage racing.
100% agree with you there.
So it's not as bad because I already know, and I already, you know, can get aware of what's going on and everything. But, well, we got the 50 of Alex Bell in 3rd, coming from 21st. He's got the Pikachu 51 of Alan Ballacino behind him. Alan going to pull out. That is going to put the 25 as we get to him. Kyle Manger behind that number 50. Now Alan's going to bounce it back down low right in front of the 50. Well, we're going to have to watch right up here with Alan. You know, Alan, like I mentioned about earlier about Alan not having the races he's wanted, been in some predicaments he's not wanted to be in, and unfortunately ended his race early. Alan taking care of that number 51 here early on, coming to lap number 29 here momentarily. Nick Olson has led 11 laps as they go single file up front here. At about 4 cars back, they're going to go double file again here pretty quickly. It don't stay single file long.
No, not one bit. I mean, you might get a corner, but that's about it here. Someone's breaking off and someone's going with them. It just, who's who and who's going. That's what it's all about here at Dega.
Oh, we've seen Lucas Graham in the number 44 below that yellow line. He did not advance his position below that yellow. He did pull it back up in between the 24 and the 50 of Alex Bell, who is now on that low side. So You can't advance your position below the yellow line, but if you fall below the yellow line, you can either come back up if it's safe in the same position, or you have to fall back.
Yeah, that's a great rule. I really like that rule. You know, if they didn't have that rule, people would be passing down the bottom. You know, here at Dega, you could have 6 wide if that weren't a thing here.
6 wide at Dega. I don't know if you would want to do that.
No, probably not the wisest idea, but I mean, on these straightaways, that track is so wide with all that room down on that apron. It could happen if they needed to, I guess. I don't know, but...
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. We have seen so many close races. Well, Robbie Lyons going to come to the line and lead his second lap, and the number 42 on that low side, the 46 of Brett Taylor on the high side. Now the 42 is going to jump high in front of the 46. That's going to put the 24 of Nick Olson on that low side. Lucas Cram back up here in second place. Lucas has led 3 laps. Going back here to the, I would say back here to about a second group maybe forming here. Gavin Jones in the number 12. Followed by Sean Howell in the 33. Justin Bruns not too far behind. Ryan Swan in the 67. That's your pick here tonight. Colin Fern in the mix here as well. Clint Spillman in the 88. So we've got maybe 2 groups here coming in about 10 laps, 9 laps into the stage.
Yeah, and I would really like to see that back group tighten up just a little. If they could get in a straight line and just slam them things, you know, nose to tail, I think they could catch this group. And if they were to just pick a line and run it, they would have a good chance of making a lot of noise here and punching a pretty good hole up in that top pack.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it. Robbie Lyons going all the way back in a 2:12 after leading 2 laps in the number 42 Gander Outdoors Chevrolet. Gavin Jones now is right behind him. He still has the 33 of Sean Howe. It looks like the 12 is going to get behind, or was going to get behind the 22. The 12 is getting behind the 42, excuse me, not the 22. The 22 of Caden Atkins is back here as well. Trying to keep an eye on everybody because the top 21 are still on the lead lap. Benjamin Nelson, the last driver on the lead lap. He is now behind the 9 of Seth Knoll. Josh Fox right up ahead of him. So we've got a group of 3 here together. Josh Fox, Seth Knoll, Ben Nelson. Still have about 2 cars. Colin Fern and the 88 of Clint Spillman. And if they don't do something, they need to really, these 2 drivers right here, the 86 and the 88, need to get hooked up, or they're going to lose the draft off of the 67 of Ryan Swan. And if Ryan don't get something going in the gear, he's going to lose the draft off of the 28 of Justin Bruns.
Yeah, that back group we've been watching, I mean, they've closed the gap up a little. I think they got a pretty good little pack race going on by themselves. It looks like they've closed it up just a little, and that's what I like to see, man. You keep these guys tight, and the racing is fun.
Yeah, well, the racing, this is some outstanding racing. 1 caution here tonight so far, and that actually ended the stage. So really 1 caution here. We're going to be coming to stage 2 here in about 6 laps. They're going to take lap 35 here momentarily. And we're only going to have about 5 laps into this stage as they come screaming. And these trucks.
Like this is where guys started to make their moves. You know, if you want to be up front to start this stage, this is the time to make your move. I mean, you've got 5-6 laps remaining. You know, this is the time where I expect to see guys starting to set up their final stage and see where they're going to go.
Yes, sir. Now, we are going to have, of course, we got to get through stage 2 here, but they are going to have to pit in the final stage, guaranteed. So, you know, we'll get to that later on. Right now, 5 laps to go here left in the stage number 2. Brett Taylor in the 46 running up front. The 56 directly behind him. And if that 56 keeps going, he is going to end up turning that 46 as that 56 of Dawson Miller was rubbing all over the back of the 46. I hope that 46 can hang on to it because that was really close.
You spoke of that 88 and that 86 getting together and doing something. Man, they just did. It looks like that 86, when he gets hooked up, it just looks like he gets shot out of a rocket.
The 56. 46 and 56. I don't know why I said 86.
Oh, no, I was talking about earlier when you mentioned the 88 and the 86 that were kind of falling behind and needed to get hooked up.
Yeah.
They're back up there in the pack now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They got hooked up and they ran hard, and there they are.
I'm confused now. I got myself confused on that one. Yeah, 86, Colin Fern, started 11th. He's currently running 11th, but he's kind of right in the middle of the pack here. You know, he's right in the center there. Followed behind the 33 of Sean Howe. Oh, that center line has got a group of trucks, and if they can keep, the more trucks you get. Now, Steven, you've pack raced before. You know, if you have a line of trucks on the outside and you have 2 or 3 on the low side, who are you going to go with? 2 or 3 or 5 or 6?
Oh, I'm jumping in that bigger line. That bigger line has got more push and pull, and that's just how it's going to go. They're going to move a lot faster than a group of 2 or 3.
Yes, sir. Alan Valentino up front, but now he's going to go side by side with the 25 of chase driver Kyle Manger. Oh, the 25 going around Kyle Manger, and he is going to save it, it looks like. Whoa, good save by the 25. No caution. We're going to go back here and take a look at it in the MaxSpeedTV replay here. However, to see exactly what happened and to get kind of more in detail of that number 25, looks like maybe a little bit of contact there that had happened. We are on lap 37 of 94, so we do have time to take a look at this. And it takes them, you know, 49, 50 seconds to get around the track. It's not going to take that long to take a look at this. Right here we see contact, a little bit of contact. Might have been some net coating as well between the 56 and the 25. That sent the 25 down, but good save by the number 25 of Kyle Manger to not hit that inside wall to get damage and not able, you know, that way he doesn't have to use his reset, because that reset could play a big factor going forward into the final stage of the race. All right, Nick Olson up front here. Nick Olson is going to lead that lap. Nick Olson's going to have a moment there, and he is going to get pushed out of line. Looked like the 44 or the 46 might have made a little bit of contact with him. Not sure. Might have been a little bit of net code. But we are coming to lap. We are on lap 39, coming to lap number 40 here. Yeah, the 56. The 56. Who is the 56?
Dawson Miller.
Dawson Miller. Yeah, the 56 swerving a little bit. Yeah. I see that pretty much week in and week out. Now, he may be swerving, but he's a good driver. He does get control of the truck. So, just because he's swerving doesn't mean anything. Lucas Cram coming to the line to take lap number 40. I believe it'll be it might be on the back stretch or at the completion of lap number 40. I can't remember each and every week on how they do that here, but we know lap 40 is the stage. Lucas Cram is running up front. Alan Malachino behind him. The 46 of Brett Taylor to his outside. Lucas Cram looking to get a gap there between him and Ben Nelson. And right now, that 51 of Alan Balacino giving him the daylight push. Right, and now what's going to happen coming to the line? Alex Bell in the number 50, the 22 of Caden Atkins on the outside. But coming to the line, it looks like Lucas Cram. Lucas Cram? Or did Brett Taylor win it? Well, that was close. Let's go back here and take a look at who won that. Of course, I'll get confirmation as, you know, after the replay here. But coming to the line, I'm going to be on the 46 of Brett Taylor. The 51, you see at the bottom there, giving a push to the 44 of Brett Taylor, and the 44 coming to the line here. They're going to go side by side. I believe it might have been the 44, but it could have been the 46. So take a look at this coming to the line, and right here it looks like the 46 might have just edged him out at the line. I will get confirmation and see, but I believe the 46 of Brett Taylor is going to be your stage winner here, stage 2 winner here.
Yeah, the admins have spoken here on iRacing. They do say 46, then the 44. I too was looking at my results page here, and the difference in that result was all zeros. There was no difference.
Well,
I don't know how they decide.
Well, you would have to get into the milliseconds of that one, Steven, to figure that one out, because that was really, really close. So, well, stage 2 going to go to Brett Taylor here tonight for the SARG English Auto LLC Super Speedway Truck Series. Case race number 3 here at Talladega. Going to see here if we can get Brett Taylor up here and have a word in with him. Brett Taylor, do you got a copy?
Yeah. What's up?
Brett, man, we're going to win stage 2 here tonight, bud. Talk about that run, and very, very close between you and the number 44, Lucas Graham.
Oh, I know. Yeah, basically, I was just trying to hold it next to him, get the side draft. I wasn't getting much help from behind, but you know, it is what it is. That's pretty much all. I mean, I just kept it close to his outside and tried to get the side draft, and it made it work. It looked like Allen behind Lucas there, who Lucas inside of me let off, and I got the run coming to the line, and that's pretty much all there is to it.
All right, Brett. Well, we're gonna let you pit here. We're gonna give you a few minutes. We'll let you come back out on track, and then we'll bring you back up here. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, we're going to let Brett come back out on the track and get lined up. Oh, that was quick, them coming down pit road. They know the final stage is coming up, Steven, so they know that they're going to have to be in the top tier shape for this final stage. So, tires, fuel, everything you can get it now, because you don't know what's going to happen in the final stage of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. It could get wild, you know, and the more aggressive you are, obviously, the more tire you're going to run. But you're going to run off. But like you said, there's not a lot of tire runoff here. Fuel is going to be the big thing here, depending on, you know, obviously we're going to have to pit.
Yeah.
Whether it be under green or under yellow, that might tell the tale as well.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, we're going to get Brett back up here real quick and have a word with him. Brett, do you got a copy again, buddy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Brett. Well, we wanted to let you get back on pit road or get back on track out here. But, man, final stage. Pit, man. That's the most key thing here tonight is those pit stops, because you really don't want to. I would feel bad if I screwed somebody up on pit road because of an interview. So, you know.
No, it was fine. It was fine. I can handle it.
Yeah, well, I'm not that way.
But, yeah, some people I can feel, you know, it's just a lot of work.
But, hey, man, final stage coming up here, bud. Now, you're not in the chase, but what would it mean to you to pull out the victory here tonight and just pull up the upset from everybody?
I'm sorry. Can you say I couldn't hear a thing.
What would it mean to you to pull out the win here tonight and just upset the chase drivers here tonight?
Okay, well, basically, I'm just here to race just like everybody else. I know there's a playoff and everything, and you know, I do like working with some of those guys, and I'll try and help when I can. But I'm just like you said, I'm here to race just like them playoff boys, and I want to get a win because I have not gotten a win this year or this season, and yeah, that's what I'm here to do. I want to win just like everybody else.
Well, if you was to win here tonight, knowing that you're not in the chase, it's going to upset the playoff picture, the point standings going into the next race. What does that mean to you just to play upset or play I can't, I'm looking for there's a word I'm looking for, but what would that mean to you?
Basically, yeah, they might get upset. But to me, that's just racing. It is what it is. If they can get upset, that's what iRacing is about. We're here to have fun. We're not here to play, these little games and let them win. I got to do what I got to do. But hey, if I can expect it. If that's what you're asking. I expect them to, get upset about it. But that's just what it is. And we're still gonna get some clean racing in and whatnot. And I'm gonna race them clean, and hopefully we all get the same in return.
All right, Brett. Well, good luck down there, bud. And number 46 Coca-Cola Chevrolet, man. Well, let's get back to it, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know what's going on with my pick back there, man. I don't know if he's playing it safe or what, but he's hanging out in the back. I'd like to pick his brain.
Is he playing possum? Well, let's get Ryan Swan up here real quick, shall we? Ryan, get a copy?
Yo!
Yeah, I'm going to turn it over to Steven. Steven, you have at it.
So you were my pick to win tonight. And I just wanted to know, what are you doing out back? You just playing it safe or just making this big plan?
I don't know if you've noticed, dude. These boys are a little amped up this week, running 4 wide, 3 wide. I'm out of there, dog. I ain't all about that. I'm keeping my fast repair till the end, and then I'm going to run for it.
So what would you say is about the time you're gonna really go and start getting it for the front?
Maybe 20 to go, somewhere around there. I'm not gonna lose touch to the pack like I did on the first run. So around 20 to go, I'll really amp it up a little bit more.
All right, man. Well, my bet's on you, so I hope you can pull this off.
Hey, thank you there, Larry Mack.
All right, Ryan. Well, good luck down there, bud. It looks like you're going to be starting at around the 12th position. Started 6th, so 6 positions back. Still a whole lot of racing left to go, Ryan. So good luck down there, bud.
All right, appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
I hope that pick pays off for me tonight.
Well, I guess we'll see. Ryan Swan going to be starting back here in 12th. Now, Lucas Cram going to get him going here tonight or on this restart. It's a tie. I was looking at chat here. The Canadian named Brandon said it's a tie. I guess they both won the stage according to him. So, yeah, hey, it was that close. I can't say anything different. I don't have the milliseconds on my screen to figure out who won it by, how many milliseconds, because it was that close.
I'll tell you what, man, that's what makes this stuff so fun. These photo finishes, this great racing. I was gonna bring up the side draft earlier, like you mentioned. It was it's a big deal. You gotta know how to do it and let the best man win at the end.
Well, the question is, who's going to be the best man here tonight? Well, we'll know here in about, as I bring up the caution count here, because I can't do math correctly. 2 cautions here tonight, 1 regular, 1 stage. The first caution, end of the stage, 6 caution laps, 50 laps to go, and 24 lead changes here tonight. Lucas Cram going to get him going as we bring up the driver bar back for everybody here. Lucas going to be on the inside, the 42 of Robbie Lyons on the outside. And I'm going to pick Robbie's brain later on. So this is going to be a thing for Robbie here. But Robbie going to start on the outside of him. Brett Taylor in 3rd, Colin Fern 4th, and Brett Murphy in 5th. And this is how we're going to get things going here for the final stage here tonight. Green flag is out. We are back underway here for the final stage of the SARG English Auto LLC Super Speedway Truck Series Chase Race number 3, presented by MaxSpeedTV. And of course, we want to give a shout out to the sponsor here tonight. English Auto LLC is a full-service luxury automobile repair center in Odenton, Maryland, conveniently located to serve both the Baltimore, Maryland, and DC markets. English Auto LLC entering its 14th year in the business with a knowledgeable staff having over 60 combined years of experience in the automotive service industry. Shane and Mike are looking forward to serving their local customers and making new friends by providing the outstanding customer service for which they are known. Find out what their customers think. Bring your Jag, Land Rover, Mercedes, Volvo, BMW, or Mini in today and get the service you deserve. They are certified ASE technicians. Oh, we've got a caution here, and it is a big one. And we will go back to English Auto LLC here in just a second. We have got to take a look at the caution here. And I know Dawson Miller in the 56 was involved in this. So we're going to go back here and take a look at what happened to Dawson. Not sure, but the caution did fly. Dawson Miller in the center here, and it was a big one here, folks. A lot of drivers involved. Right here, contact was made. Might have been some net code, but we're going to get a closer look at this on a TV. The 48 of Benjamin Nelson to the inside of the 56. Right here, contact made, and that sent the 56 of Dawson Miller around into the 48, into the 11 as well, right up into the 50 of Alex Bell. So we're going to go a little bit wider here to see who all was involved in this. The 46 slowing it down. So we've got Dawson Miller, the number 9, getting in the mix. The 50, it looks like getting some heavy damage. Looks like, let's see here who we've got. Looks like Clint Spillman missed it, as well as the 9 of Seth Nolan. No, Seth tagged the 56 here, but the 50 getting a piece of the action. Alex Bell hitting the wall, spinning down. So several drivers involved in this incident here. As we go back live and up front. Well, who's going to pit? It doesn't look like Lucas is going to pit. And we got a fake out there. Nick Olson going to come back up on the track. Ben Nelson coming down pit road, getting involved in that. Brett Murphy. Alan Ballacino, it looks like, might have dodged it as well. Doesn't look like he might have a little bit of right front damage, but it doesn't look like it's too bad or none at all. He is on a pit road. We got several drivers on pit road. Well, let's see if we can get the boss man himself up here real quick. Yeah. Lucas Cram, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Lucas, running up front here, you have led 11 laps. You know, you are first in points, but very close. Talk about what this last stage means to you going forward and what it's going to take to go back to back to back.
A lot of luck and some friends, but all my friends are basically fighting for playoff spots, and I'm basically locked in at this point. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Honestly, this race has been incredible. We've had some shenanigans being played and some insane saves to basically to keep the caution count down. But we've had an amazing race, and it's a wonder we haven't had the entire field taken out like 4 times at this point. It's been so fun to be a part of.
Well, having that fast repair, you know, that does help. Because it lets these drivers know that, you know, if they do get caught up in a big one early, they can use it. But if they only have, say, 30 seconds of repairs, they don't really have to use that fast repair. Unclick it, do what you got to do in pit road and get back out there. But a lot of these drivers out here, they still have their fast repair, or they've already used it. So they're still on the lead lap, and you're fighting for that position. Of course, you say you're probably locked in, but then again, anything can happen.
Yeah, I think, I mean, at this point, I came in as you said with the point lead, and then I got a lap. I've got a lap led, so that gives me a bonus point. Plus, I've gotten 18 total stage points, so that puts me really high above. I think Ben didn't get any stage points, and he was 2 behind me coming tonight, so that's a big help. And so we've been trying to calculate it actually. It looks like currently, I believe I'm locked in, and Nick's kind of down, so we're trying to get Nick some points and obviously race for each other and race for some playoff points. So hopefully some miracle can happen and I can actually get that 3 in a row, but we'll just have to see how it plays out.
All right, Lucas, we'll let you get back to it, bud. Good luck down there.
Thank you.
All right, well, we're going to pull somebody else up here in the booth. Robbie Lyons, do you have a copy?
I got a copy, man.
I got a bone to pick with you, bud. And we're going to do it live right here on MaxSpeedTV right now. Well, first and foremost, let's talk about the race here tonight, man. You led 2 laps here. You started 15th, kind of in the mid-pack there. You're currently running 8th. You've got some teammates up there that you can help. But even though you're not in the chase, what's going through your mind here tonight, final stage?
Oh, gosh. You know, this has been such a great season, inaugural season for our league, and a lot of these guys have become friends. A lot of them were friends before we even started this league. And gosh, I'm in between a rock and a hard place, man. So it's like you know, I know Lucas is, you know, he's about set, and I know Kyle and Nick are really walking a thin line there. So at the end of the first stage, and my initial plan into that second stage was just to, you know, kind of jump out of it and let it play itself out, at least for stage points. You know, towards the end of the race, though, it's for a win, and yeah, I'm going to be going up there and trying to win the race. So if I'm in the top 5 with 5 to go, you can bet I'll be going for a win. And if I can help them along the way, then, you know, then great. But I don't want to get in the middle of the friendships. And you know, they say you don't have any friends on the racetrack. That keep your friendships off the racetrack. So I'm going to keep that mindset. And towards the end here, we're going to race for a win.
Well, you know, we know iRacing is different from real-life racing, and that's what we're going to get to right now, Mr. Robbie Lyons, because I did not know that you had a actual real start of the Gainer Outdoor Truck Series back in 2017, and you never told me.
Yeah, I made my debut at Phoenix back in 2017, and I think I'm at 12 starts now. I was in the mix in Talladega in the fall last year, and was as high as second, going for the lead, you know, with 6 laps to go, and got shuffled back because I had that rookie stripe on the tailgate, and you know, it was intense. I can tell you that when you get down towards the end of these races, it's almost just as tense. You're running just as close together. You know, the sensation of speed it's crazy how realistic that iRacing has got it, especially with the plate racing and the way the suck up is, the way the draft works. The only thing that's missing is the side draft, and I know a lot of guys in here think that, you know, the side draft works and you get tied on a guy's door, and that's when things get sketchy. So hopefully we won't see too much of that. I'm hoping things will stay pretty calm here until we get to the end, but you know, it's racing, so I don't expect it to be calm whatsoever.
All right, Robbie. Well, I've still got that bone to pick with you. We're going to have a personal conversation afterwards and talk about this. But, hey, good luck out here tonight, because this is iRacing. You know, you got some teammates and friends out there, and but you've got everybody else around you, Robbie. So good luck out there, bud, and it looks like you're going to be starting 8th, man. We're going to let you get back to it.
All right, thanks, man. Enjoy the show, and may the best man transfer.
All righty. All right. Well, that was some little picking there with Robbie.
It's always fun when you get one of those real live. That sounds kind of weird, but a real racer, and they can come over and tell you how realistic this whole simulation is.
Yeah.
In comparison to the real deal.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't even know Robbie Lyons even started in the actual Gander Outdoors Truck Series, But it's nice to know a real-life Truck Series driver because he's only 2 away from the Cup Series. Driving the trucks, got the Xfinity and the Cup. Pace car going to dive off here. Steven, get him going real quick. Steven?
Yeah, sorry about that. We're waiting to come to green. Lucas Cram's going to take us to the start finish. See if we can get this thing going. He is on the loud pedal now, and we are off.
Yes, we are off and away. Alrighty, folks, it's about that time. Starting up the restart here. And we are going to do a little bit of crank it up here on MaxSpeedTV. So, everybody turn up your volumes and crank it up. back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the Crank It Up cam there. A couple of laps for everybody. Robbie Lyons back up front. Started around the 8th position there. He is now running back up front. In the number 42 has led 4 laps. Nick Olson in 2nd. Lucas Cram in 3rd. Colin Fern now running in 4th. Coming from 11th. Dawson Miller started 14th. Currently running in 5th. Alan Ballacino started 20th, and he is up into 7th place. Benjamin Nelson started 16th, running in 8th. Josh Fox started 2nd. He is kind of running back up front here. Josh currently in that 9th spot. Jonathan Chavis started 13th, running in 10th place. Now we got 3 lines here. 3 distinctive lanes going on here. The 42 now, Robbie Lyons in the center with the 56 of Dawson Miller. And the 34, oh, the 34 goes around. We have a caution, Jonathan Chavis, and the 11 of Brett Murphy. Let's go back and take a look here on the MaxSpeedTV replay here and see what happened to Mr. Jonathan Chavis in that number 34 as contact, it looks like, was made. But we're going to go here and take a look. Now we've got the 34 on the high side here. It looks like he's fine on the front stretch here, the big tri-oval of Talladega. 34 on the high side, the XI Toyota, I believe it is. Oh, right there, the 5. I believe that is Josh Fox. Yes, it is. The 5 of Josh Fox hits the wall. A little bit of scraping going on there. That kind of, that really upset the 34 as well as he come up into the 5. The 5 goes up into the wall, and it looks like a little bit of net code and or contact with the 34. Sends that 34 right into the 11, and they go sliding down here onto the back stretch here. It looks like the 34 and the 11 both gonna have some rear end damage there as the 11 hit the 34 and the 34 hit the safer barrier. So both of these guys gonna have some damage. I have to wait and see if they decide to use the reset or not. But we're gonna go back up front here and check on our current leader, Nick Olson. Now is Nick gonna lead him to the down pit road? All right. Let's see who's going to come down pit road. It looks like everybody's going to come down pit road here. Now, I've already chosen who I'm going to pick here for a quick interview. We're going to choose that number 56 of Dawson Miller. I know Dawson's not in the chase here, but you know, Dawson playing upset here tonight as well. So as these guys get on and off of pit road, Dawson Miller in the 56 going to come down the line here. Well, let's see here if we can get Dawson. Got to find him in TeamSpeak here. Well, he's not in TeamSpeak. All right, well, I wanted to interview Dawson, but he's not in TeamSpeak here, so not able to interview him. He may pop in, not sure. So let's real quick while I've got some insider information here. Let's see if we can pick on one of the other chase drivers here. Gavin Jones, do you got a copy?
I've got a copy.
NASCAR Gavin, well, currently setting right around the cutoff line here, man. What is going through your mind, buddy?
Right now, I'm just wondering if I have enough fuel to make it to the end. I think I'm gonna top off here in a little bit as we get the one to go here, but I'm just gonna be going for the win. I don't know where exactly I stand right now, but it looks like it's close.
You know, that's the thing, Gavin, as a broadcaster, I have no idea either because I don't have those points in front of me. We're not gonna disturb you here, bud. We kind of have an idea of what you're gonna do. Yeah,
Yep.
You know, and that's really all that matters, man. Good luck down there, bud. See what you can do in that number 12, man, because it's coming down to the final stage here.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh. Alrighty. Well, Gavin Jones did come down pit road. Well, let's see here if we can talk to. I don't know if he is in TeamSpeak, right? But see if we can have a chat. Seth and Noel. I'm not seeing Seth in here either. Well, I guess we're going to wait here because they are getting double foul. Ready to go back green flag racing. Coming to lap 62 here of a 94. Well, Steven, awesome racing by these guys here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Putting on a great show, you know. It's really fun to watch these green flag runs. It gets a little boring, in my opinion, when you're yellow, yellow, yellow. So it's a lot of fun to watch these green flag runs and see how it all comes into play. And I think this one might have messed up our green flag stops, but that's all right. So.
Well, with about, I would say, 30-something laps left to go here, coming down to the wire. You know, these guys are going to, really get, situated. Do you think we're going to see just a little bit more four wide here? You know, we've already seen 3. Do you think we're going to see some 4 wide?
Yeah, I think it's going to get a little more wild, man. Just as it comes down to the wire, people are going to get a little more itchy to get a little farther up, and that's when, it's going to happen, and mistakes might be made. They may not, but it's the risk you take, taking it out that wide.
Yes, it is. All right, Lucas Cram on the outside. Green flag is out. Well, we are back underway here for the SARG English Auto LLC Super Speedway Truck Series Chase Race number 3. And as I was going over the sponsor here, they are certified ASE technicians, free local shuttle service, discount on enterprise rental cars, early bird and night drop-off service, most warranty contracts accepted, and this is my favorite part. Also, they have coffee, tea, water, and snacks. Now, I love the coffee part.
Free of charge?
Apparently.
Might have to pay them a visit.
Yeah, I love my coffee. All right, well, Nick Olson, Lucas Cram, 1 and 2. Brett Taylor in 3rd, Allen 4th, Dawson Miller 5th, 6th. Josh Fox back up here running in that 5th position on the outside in the number 5. It looks like he did end up using a reset here. Now, I believe that number 5 may have a little bit of damage as we get a closer look. Yeah, that number 5 does have a little bit of a left rear damage there, but it doesn't look like it's affecting that number 5 machine. And we talk about the aerodynamics, the downforce on these trucks especially, and of course staying with the pack of cars. Taking care of your truck is key.
Yeah, I would say another part of taking care of that truck, make sure you don't overheat it. It is so easy to do here. It's so easy just to get in the roll of things. You're moving around this track so fast. You like the way you're going. and pop. You know, the motor goes, and then you're done.
Yeah, I've not had a chance to race the new update, the updated truck, so I don't know how you know everything plays out. But I have heard, and Steven, you know, you've probably raced them. They overheat a lot easier than the older trucks before the update, and then of course they overheat easier than the older, you know, the 2011 trucks, I believe it is.
Yeah, I would say they definitely overheat a little. It just, you know, it kind of adds another little realism factor to having to really take care of it and keep that nose clean, and just every now and again you got to stick out there and get that clean air or kind of back off a little bit. I mean, you don't want to fall out of the draft. You don't want to move up to the top and get trained by everybody either. So, you know, it's kind of a give and take here, whether when you want to stick that nose out to get that clean air and how you're going to do it.
Well, it looks like we're going to get a third lane going here as everybody splits here on the back stretch. The 44 of Lucas Cram going to go all the way to the top. Now he's going to drop it to the center here behind the 46, and we got a big one. The 67 of Ryan Swan. Oh, well, as soon as I can catch up to him. All right, there we go. Well, we're on him here. The 67 of Ryan Swan involved in that going around. As we are on the 67 here. Ryan on the inside line right behind the 56. I'm going to take a look here and see oh, right here, there is where it was, the 3 and the 86 making some contact there. So let's go on to the number 3 of Luke Parks. We're going to go on a chase view here. No, we're not going to go on a chase view here because that is not a good camera. We're going to go on a TV close here and take a look right here. Might have been a little bit of net code. I'm not entirely sure. Don't have a very good angle at it. But that upset the 86. The 86 of Colin Fern into the 67. The 67 goes around right up into the field of trucks there. Right into the number 28, Benjamin Nelson getting in the mix. The 3, the 86, heavy damage going to them. It looks like the 86 come right up in front. I am not sure who that is around the 86. Let's see if we can get a closer look. The 22 of Caden Atkins getting involved in that as well. So heavy damage. It looks like Justin Bruns in the 28 gonna get some damage as well. Man, well, it wasn't the so-called big one, but a lot of drivers involved in that.
Yeah, definitely a solid chunk involved there. You know, we've been mentioning it all night too. These guys have this fast repair, so I guess we're really gonna see who's got one left and who doesn't at this point.
All right, we go back live here. Now we've got Lucas Cram, Alan Bellacino, Nick Olson, Dawson Miller in 4th, Josh Fox in 5th. Well, let's talk to, I know he is in here, I believe. Well, I thought he was. Well, he's not in here, so I can't talk to him. How about we talk to the number 3 of Luke Parks. Luke Parks, got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Luke, man, the number 3 looks like does have a little bit of damage on the front end, man. What happened up there, bud?
I was just trying to run up the middle, and I was following the 86, and I could tell that he was coming up on Brett Taylor real quick, and he just stopped right in front of me is what it seemed like. So there's nothing I could really do about that.
Well, do you have a reset left?
I do have a reset. I'm actually about to use it.
You're actually about to use it. Well, that's going to, of course, keep you on the lead lap here, Luke. So, going to help out. But, talk about overall, how's your racing going for you, buddy?
It's going all right. I've been trying to make the outside lane work, going 3 wide, but there's not a whole lot of help out there. So, just kind of riding around at this point.
All right.
One more thing for him. Like they say, it takes 2 to tango, and sometimes you just can't get that guy to go with you.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that.
Well, hey, Steven's got an input. Steven helping me out here tonight. Luke, we will let you do your pit stall here, bud, and we'll let you get back to it, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Luke Parks did use his reset as we see it live here on MaxSpeedTV. Steven, I hope you're enjoying yourself out here tonight.
Man, it's been a great time, a great experience. For those of you who don't know, this is my first time up here broadcasting, so hope I'm not the worst thing to ever happen to you. But it's been a lot of fun, a whole different experience and a whole different view of the race, and getting to listen to it. I do a little racing myself. I spot for some guys. I'm involved in a couple leagues, and this broadcasting is a whole different world. It's been so much fun.
I was gonna talk to Ben Nelson, but I don't see him in TeamSpeak right now. Usually Ben, if he's in the top 3, he'll come and join us. But Ben Nelson, first and foremost, Steven, thank you for coming in, joining the festivities here tonight, man. It's been an awesome racing. But these points drivers, Ben Nelson, the 48, the Mountain Dew Machine, running back here currently in 12th. He's second in points, started 16th. He's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, he's definitely got to get moving. He's a second in points, so I mean he's I don't want to say on the bubble yet. There's definitely he's got a little padding there being second, so it might not be the end of the world there.
All right, well, Lucas Cram up front. Alan Ballacino, the Pikachu 51 machine. Lap 68 coming to lap 69. Steven, get him going.
All righty. We are green now.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah, you told me to get him going, and he was already on it, so I was like, well, what to say now?
Well, all right.
Back to what you were saying, we were talking about Ben Nelson. Kyle Manger, he's third in points right now, and he's sitting right back there with Nelson. So I expect to see these guys maybe get a little more aggressive, push a little harder, and try and get those trucks to the front.
Well, I'm going to kind of throw you under the bus here again, Steven. If you were a playoff driver, Kyle Manger, Ben Nelson here running side by side. If you were a playoff driver, would you help another playoff driver?
Well, it's super speedway every week here, so that's a great question. I don't know what I would do. I feel like I want to say yes. The good part of me says yes, but the part of me that wants to win says no, not necessarily. But I think the way these guys run, I would help them. I probably would, and we'd take it to the front. I mean, we're both right there in points. He's going to help me just as much as I'm going to help him. We're going together, so we're both going to benefit from the move.
Well, as we go back up front here, we do have three actually playoff drivers. Seth Knoll, Lucas Cram, Gavin Jones. And Nick Olson. Wow, where did that come from? Nick Olson in the mix here. Don't look now, but here it comes. The number 48 of Benjamin Nelson has already moved all the way up to this front pack. And you know, I'm not trying to... This just goes to show you why Ben Nelson is where he is on Tuesday nights. You know, he's a peak antifreeze series driver. He's up there. He's very good at what he does.
Yeah, it's I don't want to say it's not everybody kind of thing, putting anybody down, but it takes a lot to get to that series. I mean, you've really got to be able to drive and put in the time and work to get there. So, I mean, you know he has the seat time, and he obviously has fun doing it, or we wouldn't be here on Tuesday night.
Yeah, you know, right now, Ben Nelson currently sitting right now in 7th. You know, he's setting setting second in points for a reason. As we look at the number 9 of Seth Knoll, another points driver getting pushed all the way back. And if he can, he should dive it behind the number 86. And that is what he's going to do, dive it behind the 86 of Colin Fern, as they are 2 and 3 wide up here. The number 5 of Josh Fox on the outside. Man, it's coming down to the wire here, lap 72 of the 94. These guys are going to get a little bit more racy as these laps really start to wind down.
Yeah, it's going to get a lot more fun. People are going to start taking more chances. I mean, that's what you got to do to win sometimes. So I'm definitely ready for that part of the race. It always makes for some good racing, some good entertainment.
All right, just informed that the number 9 of Seth Knoll caught the wall. Yeah, he does look. Yeah, he did catch the wall, but doesn't look like he has any damage there to that right side. But he is falling backwards. You know, he is still behind the number 25 of Kyle Manger. Kyle, also a points driver. You know, I'm going to throw my personal opinion out there. And I know I'm a broadcaster and I should be a broadcaster. But, you know, if I was racing with these guys and I was a playoff driver, I don't care who's in the playoffs. I'm going to work with the playoff drivers just to benefit me. You know, if I can work with them to get the win, I'm going to do it. Yeah, you know, you get what I'm saying, Steven?
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, if you're working with another playoff driver, not only are you benefiting, he's benefiting. You know, it's a win-win situation. Yeah, you might be putting the other playoff driver a point or two ahead of you, you know, but there's a big give and take in racing. You're going to have to give a little to get a little, you know. Spend some money to make some money.
Yeah.
It's just, but it really is beneficial for you both. If you can both get to the front, he's helping you just as much as you're helping him.
Exactly. Benjamin Nelson now in the center. He does have the number 33 of Sean Howell right behind him. Sean, an excellent pusher, a great driver. All these guys, excellent pushers, excellent drivers. Now, we do know netcode can play a huge factor in iRacing. Each individual driver, now, you know, as they go 2x2 here, each individual driver has different internet connection speed. So, of course, depending on your internet connection speed will depend on how well you connect to the lobby. That's where really the netcode plays a factor in what we see here on iRacing. As the 48 of Benjamin Nelson did lead a lap, picking up a bonus point for him. He's going to pick up his second lap lead, as now he gets a big push there by the number 33 of Sean Howell. That just launches the number 48 of Ben Nelson right up in front of Lucas Cram. Now, we have seen this battle before, Steven. I know you're new here. This is your first time. But we've seen this battle before with the 44 and the 48.
Yeah, I mean, first and second in points, you know they're going to put on a show. They're both battling for this win. They're both battling to secure that next spot, or that spot in the next, the set of 4 playoff drivers. So I feel like they're going to fight hard, and they're both up there, and they want to keep their points as close as they can, because it's eventually going to come down to those who first and second. If it happens to be them, they're going to be the ones battling it out at the end. So they want to get that leg up now.
Exactly.
Maybe it won't be as tough later.
Yeah, exactly. Alan Balacino, the Pikachu 51 in the center, side by side with the 48 of Ben Nelson. Ben Nelson, Lucas Cram, Nick Olson, Seth Knoll, Kyle Manger. We have pretty much all of the playoff drivers pretty much right here together. Oh, the 25 getting... Oh, no! Heavy call. Oh, no! The 25 of Kyle Manger going around. Well, we caught that live here on MaxSpeedTV, but we're going to go back and take a look at exactly what happened to that number 25 of Kyle Manger, as there was a lot of trucks involved in this caution. Got the 86 of Colin Fern behind him. Now, Colin does right here get into the wall, which slows him down, which that slows the 25 down. That is where the 22, I believe it is, picks him up. It says, all right, I'm going to draft with you here. 25 gets loose as that air. Oh, man. We haven't talked about it much, Steven, here tonight, but getting the air taken off of your car when another truck comes back up on you, that can be detrimental, and I believe we see it right here. The 22 picks up the 25. The air is taken off of the 25. The 25 gets loose, goes down in front of the 5, and that is where it all started from there. The 22 getting involved in that. The 25 is spinning. The 5, the 28, the 3 involved in that. And I believe the 42 of Robbie Lyons was involved in that as well, as the 50 of Alex Bell tries to cut it across the grass there and dodge everything, but part of it.
Yeah, it's man, it's incredible what something as small as airflow does, to get that air taken off of you, and it's just, the air comes off you, that is a very hard save to make. It can be done, I'm sure, but it is extremely hard.
Well, it looks like Kyle Manger back out on the racing surface, currently in a 7th place. Dawson Miller 6th, Seth Knoll 5th, Alan Balacino 2nd. Well, let's talk to, I don't know if I can get him up here, but I would like to talk to the 51. Alan Balacino got a copy. Alan got a copy, buddy.
Yeah, I'm here.
Alan, man, well, you're running up front here. The last couple of races haven't been fairly, friendly for you, but late into the race here with 16 to go, currently running 2nd, man. Talk about your run out here tonight, starting 20th.
It's just been a battle all night, just racing hard. Just going for it, really, whatever I can get.
Well, I know that you're not in the chase, but you would still like to get, a win, to upset these playoff drivers that are fighting to go to the next round. What would it mean to you to beat and upset these playoff drivers?
Oh, it would mean a lot, man. That would be pretty big on my list tonight. That's for sure.
Well, you're up here running with 44 of Lucas Cram, who's went back-to-back already. What would it mean to you just to beat him?
Just to beat him, man, that would be honestly a good thing for how this season's gone. A win would just be fantastic.
All right, Alan. Well, man, that Pikachu 51 machine looking strong out here tonight. Do you have a reset left, or did you use it?
I just not used it earlier. I didn't need to. But I did.
so you still have it?
No, I don't have it.
Oh, you don't have it?
Nope.
Well, you're running second here, bud. You know, it's coming down to the wire, 15 to go, man. So, Alan, good luck out there, bud. Hey, that Pikachu 51 looking strong, man. Good luck.
Thanks, man. I'm going to need all the luck I can get.
All right, buddy. All right, Alan Ballacino. Not having a couple of, past good races, Steven, but early on, tonight, though, he's managed to keep his truck clean. He did use the reset, but he's second here tonight. He's led 6 laps.
He's looking real strong. I know prior to us I had a little weird computer thing going on. I don't know. Started talking to me for some weird reason. No idea. But I know we talked about him before the race, and you mentioned that the last couple races has been rough. I got some insider information on myself. I got a couple guys in here that I team with outside of this league, and they've said nothing but good stuff about him. But he gets caught up. There's nothing he can do, kind of thing. He's just always he's one of those guys that's like, if there's a wreck, he's gonna get it. He's that magnet.
Yeah, and I've been there, Steven, and I'm sure you've been there too.
Oh yeah, and but tonight, man, he has come out. He has looked strong. Keeping, like you said, keeping that truck clean. That's important. He's staying out front, man. The clean air. He's getting all the clean air, keeping his truck from overheating, and just keep that truck under him. I think he has a good chance. I'd like my pick to win, but he's looking pretty good.
All right. Well, your pick. Let's see. Where is your pick at? We've got several picks down there. Now we do have Unsolve in chat. Now, Unsolve is a MaxSpeedTV moderator. Unsolve is also in the race here in the number 22, Caden Atkins. Steven, I know you're new to MaxSpeedTV. You're new to this league. You're just new to broadcasting in general, because this is your first time in here. So we do have people in the race that is in chat as well.
Yeah, I'm noticing that, and it's pretty good. I don't think I could do it. I don't, kind of like texting and driving. I can't do that. I can't focus on racing and typing. So these guys are pretty good.
Yes, they are. 32 viewers in chat here tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And Unsaw saying, I didn't touch him, LOL. I'm the number 22. 6+ truck pile up. What he said is what the Canadian named Brandon. Unsaw said it's repaired. He is okay. Back out onto the racing surface. That is the number 22. Techie Pocket saying, hey guys, glad to have you in chat, Techie. Well, we're still under caution here, 14 to go. Well, let's see if we can get the boss man himself up here. This is the admin. Brendan, do you have a copy?
I got you.
Now I called you Brandon. Sorry, Brendan, the admin
right,
here
Josh.
tonight, doing everything, man. Controlling the cautions and doing what you do, man. Talk about what you're seeing out here tonight and awesome racing.
Yeah, this has been some great racing. I mean, all the wrecks have just been kind of fluke things, either bumper hook or we had one early in the race, someone blowing up. It's been a hell of a race. I mean, this playoff battle is going to come down to the last lap. It's kind of insane how tight the points are. It's like, I think you have Nick Olson and Seth were out by 5 points and 9 points respectively going into this last stage. So you got 5 guys within 20 points. So it could go down to the last lap here. It's going to be very interesting. These guys have been putting on a great race tonight.
Well, Brandon, with what you have to go through here tonight, you talk about what it's going to come down probably to the final lap, but the green-white-checkers are in play here, 3 of them. If it comes down to it, what could that mean for the final setup going into next week?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I mean, got those 3 green-white-checkers, and third one, the end of it, if there's a wreck on that first lap, then the race is over. So it's going to be pretty interesting. These guys are racing their guts out. I think before that caution came out, we had all 6 of the playoff guys in the top 10. It's just kind of got everyone going for themselves. Even got teammates racing against each other for the bubble spot, and it's just pretty insane, honestly. I can't believe they're racing the way they are. I mean, they haven't been making a lot of mistakes, which there's been a lot of mistakes this season just by people pushing too hard, but a lot of these wrecks are not caused by mistakes, so it's just kind of been a great race. I hope it goes down, and I hope it goes green to the end. I want them to race it on the track, not who gets wrecked out, but we'll see how it goes here.
All right, Brennan. Well, good luck down there, bud. I know you're doing the admin control here tonight, man, so you got your hands full. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the show here.
All right. All right. Well, that was Brendan. He is the admin here tonight, controlling everything. So, Steven, coming to 12 to go here, bud. What do you expect's going to happen?
I'm not 100% sure. It's been so clean, it could go green the rest of the way. I mean, we've had those flukes. Could we have another one? These guys all seem to be great racers. They can keep it clean, and like Brendan was saying, a lot of them were flukes. Motor blowing up, some net code here and there. So I don't know what to expect. I just know that it's going to be some good racing to the end.
All right. Well, as the pace car dives off, Lucas going to get him going here onto the inside of the 51 of Alan Ballacino. So we are going to be coming to 12 to go here as they come through the tri-oval. The green flag will wave. The SCRG green flag is out, and Alan spinning the tires, and we have a big wreck here with Alan Ballacino. Oh no, what happened? We're going to go back here and take a look at what happened on this restart. And we just interviewed the 51 as well. So, not what we want to see. The 24 right behind him. The 24 of Nick Olson. But right here is where it started. Like Lucas Cram gets on the loud pedal. The 24 right up on the 51. The 51 goes right into the outside wall, hits the 24 of Nick Olson into the 56, into the 48, the 30 looks like, or the 50 maybe scraping by, but a big wreck here right on the restart, and Alan Ballacino goes tumbling. Does some damage to him, damage to the 22. Looks like the 48 of Ben Nelson also going to get a little bit of damage. The 24 as well of Nick Olson. So it looks like Alan Ballacino is on pit road. The caution that did come out right at the start of green flag. Yeah, it looks like a little bit of wheel spin there. All right. Well, we go back live up front here. Lucas Cram. It looks like Clint Spillman did take his car behind the wall. Well, I don't know who we can talk to here. It looks like the 50 going to be coming down pit road. Alex Bell. He's going to be bringing a couple of drivers with him. Colin Fern. Looks like Jonathan Chavis stayed out. Let's see here if we can talk to the... Oh, he's on pit road. I don't want to disturb people who's on pit road. Thought we talked to the 11. Well, we've see here. The 11 is Brett Murphy. Brett Murphy, got a copy.
Yeah, what's up?
Brett, man, gonna restart here in a 5th with 10 to go. You started 9th, bud. You're running right up front, man. Talk about your racing. How has it been, and what do you expect coming to the final, 8 or so laps?
Well, the race started off pretty good, I think. I was running up in the pack, just kind of all over the place, and everyone's being really aggressive tonight, which is makes for a fun race. And then I got caught up in a little accident, but I ended up having just enough damage where it would keep me off the pace, and I was able to get the cautions in the right place, and now I'm 5th somehow, so I'm hoping that I can finally pull off a win tonight.
Yeah, you are 5th now as everything kind of reset itself, man. And, coming down to the wire, we know that you're not in the chase, but yet you play a factor like everybody else who's not in the chase. You play a factor in how the next race progresses for these chase drivers. Talk about what it would mean to you if you come away with the win here tonight.
Well, if I come away with the win, that's kind of what me and all the other non-chasers are trying to do tonight. We're all just out here to try and get a win, and the playoff guys are obviously going for something a lot bigger, so we have to keep that in mind. But, just as much, we can't just move aside and let this, the 6 of them that are left race for the win. The rest of us are still out here as competitors, and we all still want to win.
All right, Brett. Well, good luck down there, bud. And that number 11 machine starting 5th here, man. Good luck.
I'm hoping I break the MSTV jinx tonight.
Well, I hate to say it, but it has struck again. But good luck.
Not yet. Not yet. Not for this truck. Not yet.
Not for this truck. All right, man, but good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Brett Murphy and the number 11 here. Well, I want to talk to Unsolved here. Let's bring Caden, shall we? Unsolved! Caden Atkins, got a copy, buddy?
Yep.
Well, man, you're going to start 12th here, started 18th. Talk about your run out here tonight, what it means to you to maybe pull that number 22 up front, get the victory, or just upset some of these playoff drivers.
Well, honestly, I really hope I win because I've had some bad luck. Somehow I got 0 seconds of damage there, no damage at all from that wreck, even though I hit Robbie Lyons pretty hard. But, I mean, yeah, it'd be pretty cool to get a win. I don't know, yeah.
Well, my question is, how in the world are you racing and talking in chat at the same time?
Well, I have triple monitors, so I just have YouTube up on the other monitor, so I can still see where I'm going. It's just I can type a little bit, but I make sure I'm not going to rear end someone or anything.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, Cade, man, good luck down there, bud. He is Unsolved in chat, man. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, Steven, it's about to get a little bit more interesting here, with 9 to go. We'll have about points. 8 to go, 7 to go when they get the green flag. Actually.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of jinxed that one a little. I'm not gonna lie. I said sometimes it happens, and it just happened. So, you know, we're still. Some guys are on older tires, some guys on newer tires. I mean, if you're on those older tires, you got to be just a tiny bit more cautious, you know, on those restarts. And even though you don't use much tire, you still could wheel spin a little.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, we're gonna go through the top 5 here, coming to the restart here. It looks like they'll get the one to go right here. So, it'll be 7 laps remaining when they get the green flag. Lucas Cram currently in the top spot here coming to the restart. Gavin Jones, another playoff driver, going to start on the outside of him. Seth Knoll in 9th, playoff driver, right. He's currently sitting in that 4th spot, but still yet, I would put him at the cutoff. He is going to be starting here in a 3rd. Brett Murphy in 4th, or Brett Taylor in 4th, Brett Murphy in 5th, and now to go through the top other, 6 through 10, we have, well, Brett Murphy. It looks like everybody's trying to get position here. Oh, wow. Looks like Gavin Jones is going to be 2nd. All right.
Yeah, this should be real fun, man. We got 3 of the playoff drivers sitting 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Another one sitting 7. One just Nelson just outside of the top 10. So this could get pretty wild.
Yes, it could be. Brett Murphy 6th, John Howell Josh Fox 6th, John Howell 7th, Kyle Manger 8th, Justin Bruns 9th, Jonathan Chavis in 10th. Oh man, 8 to go. It's gonna get a little wild here. Get him going, Steven.
It's turning into a nail biter for sure.
Yes, it is. Get him going, buddy.
All right. Well, the pace car is off. Just waiting on the 44 to fire. It's a long way to that start finish when that green flag drops. He is on the gas and we have restarted.
All right, 7 to go. They're still side by side here. Lucas Cram, Seth, and Noel. Seth in the 9. Now we've got 3 lines going. Gavin Jones on the outside with the 46, pushing him. Gavin getting loose. Are we going to go 4 wide here? No. Gavin going to pull it right up ahead of the number 9 of Seth. No. Now he's going to drop it below the 44. Oh, Lord Almighty, Steven. About to get interesting here.
Yeah, we've got a little 4 wide going on. One's below the yellow. He's back up now, but I don't think 4 wide's over for the night either.
I don't either. All right, here comes the 24 of Nick Olson on that high line, trying to get every piece of real estate he can. And he is pushing drivers out of the way, saying, I need every bit I can get. Right now, he is behind the 9 of Seth Noel, the top 5 drivers in the chase here. We're going to have to keep an eye out on that 48 of Ben Nelson as well. 5 to go. Look how close Gavin Jones is to the 44 of Lucas Cram. Oh, man.
Yeah, I think that 48's going to get him a push here. I think he's going to be up there with him here very shortly.
This is, oh, man. Well, here comes the 25 of Kyle Manger. Kyle sitting in 3rd here in the points, coming in 2 tonight, 4 to go. Excuse me, folks. Oh, man. The top 4. Got Colin Fern in the mix here in the 86. Pushing the daylights out of the 24. Gavin Jones, Seth Noel, Ben Nelson, all right here together. Kyle Manger now on the low side. 25 and the 24 doing battle. Nick Olson back up front. Nick's gonna lead that lap. That's going to make it his 20th lap led. And the 50 of Alex Bell goes around. We are going to be under the first green-white-checkered attempt here tonight.
You said it's going to get wild, and boy, has it gotten wild. These guys are pushing and shoving for every inch they can get.
Yes, they are. We caught the 50 going around there. Now we're going to be on that number 50 here of Alex Bell. Alex does drop it low here in front of the 42 of Robbie Lyons. It looks like he is okay here on the front stretch going across the stripe. But as he comes back up, he is going to end up getting into the 22 or the 22 getting into the 50. Now, I'm not sure exactly how the admins do that. They get a closer look at it than I do. But that sent the 50 hard into the outside wall. The 22 going to get into the 11 of Brett Murphy. Brett Murphy also going to get a little bit of damage. And then the 22 going to come right back up hard into the outside wall. The 28 dodging it. It looks like the number 5 of Josh Fox gonna get a piece of it as well. Though some damage gonna be coming to Josh Fox. It looks like his engine did a pop and let it go. So we are gonna be under the first green-white-checkered here tonight for the SARG Super Speedway Truck Series here. Well, what do you do in this situation, Steven?
I don't know. This is a tough one. Do you go in? Do you stay out? How does the fuel window look? That's another big thing, because some guys took it a little earlier than others. Did they go in expecting there not to be a green-white-checkered? There's so many factors that go into this. It's just insane. And one more thing I hate to bring up. I believe the 50 said the curse hadn't got him yet. But it's not looking good.
Well, the 56 of Dawson Miller is on pit road. Like the 22 of Caden Atkins did take his car behind the wall. $37 viewers here tonight. Wow. Awesome stuff, guys. Awesome stuff. Racer Alex said, well, blank, not how I wanted to end Not how I wanted that to end. I'm not gonna actually say what he said, but I know, Alex. I understand. I believe that is Alex Bell in the number 50. Man, hard fought racing though by everybody out here. I mean, it's crazy. All right, well, on to the first green-white-checkered. So as I flip my 5-subject notebook around here. I'm not saying that, Alex. So, green-white-checkered number 1. All right, well, Steven, what do you think's going to happen in the first attempt at a green-white-checkered? We have... It looks like all of the chase drivers still in contention.
Yeah, on mine it's showing all the chase drivers. You got Nick Olson first, Kyle Manger second, Lucas Cram fourth, Seth Knoll fifth, Benjamin Nelson sixth, and Gavin Jones seventh. I mean, they are all within earshot of that lead. What's going to happen? I couldn't tell you. I don't know. You got some guys, like I said, you still got some on little older tires. You might get some wheel spin. Somebody not expected and cause another pile up. But we're just going to go racing, and I guess we're going to have to hash it out and see how this thing ends.
Well, Nick Olson in the 24 up front. Okay. Kyle Manger in second. Colin Fern is not a chase driver. However, he is in third. Lucas Cram, chase driver, in fourth. Seth Knoll in fifth, chase driver. Benjamin Nelson, sixth, chase driver. And Gavin Jones in seventh, chase driver. Brett Taylor in eighth. Jonathan Chavis, ninth. And Sean Howell in 10th. That rounds out your top 10. But we're in a green-white-checkered. Anything can happen before the leader, Nick Olson, takes the white flag.
Absolutely. It can get wild, and I don't want to say it will, but I have a feeling it's going to. Nick Olson really needs to hang on to this lead. He's, on that bubble, sitting in 6th place in points coming into tonight. I think this win would really boost the morale and give him a shot at continuing on through the chase.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Being on the bubble, you're going to throw everything you have at the drivers. And that's what Nick Olson is doing here tonight. He's saying, I'm on the bubble. I've got to get the win, but I have nothing to lose other than going forward. So I'm going to throw everything I have at these drivers. And look where he's at now in first.
Yeah, it's like he's one of those ones, to me it seems, that performs well under pressure. I mean, he's sitting there on that bubble, and when it comes time to make that move to get off it, it looks like he's got the moves.
Well, Ryan Swan currently back here in a 11th place, just outside the top 10. Excuse me. Now I believe they're going to get the one to go here. I don't like interviewing anybody under a green-white-checkered attempt because the concentration level is higher under a GWC than it is coming to, let's say, 5 to go. Now you only got 3 laps. Green, white, checker. That's it.
It's almost like if you blink, you'll miss it.
That's like the town I used to live in. Well, all right. Nick Olson, Kyle Manger, Cullen Fern. That is your 1-2. Nick Olson going to be in the inside of the 25 of Kyle Manger. Colin Fern going to be on the inside in the number 86. He is going to be pushing, or trying to push, I should say, or pushing, well, whichever, the number 24. Lucas Cram, a playoff driver, is behind the 25. His teammate, as we take a look at it here, Nick Olson is on the low side in the number 24. Colin Fern is a teammate, I guess you would say, of Kyle Manger, Nick Olson, Lucas Cram, and Robbie Lyons. Okay? So basically, you've got your top 4 basically teammates.
I think this is a great chance for them to work together. Push each other, run this hard, and see how they can finish.
Yes, sir. Well, we can't look now, but the 48 of Ben Nelson currently in that 6th position back here as well. We've got all playoff drivers pretty much right here packed together. Nick Olson going to get him going here. The number 24 on to the inside. Green flag is out. The 86 of Colin Fern going to get him a great push. The 25 of Kyle Manger also onto the outside. The 25, the 44, all 4 of them going to go single file here up front. Ben Nelson, the number 9 of Seth Knoll. Seth Knoll right up ahead of Ben Nelson. The 46 of Brett Taylor. All right here together. Now, can they make it to the white flag before a caution comes out? Well, they're going to be coming to the white flag here and make it 1 to go. The 25 of Kyle Manger going to lead that lap. White flag in the air. No more cautions.
This is where you got to turn it up right here. This is make or break time. Might see something crazy, but if you're going to make your move hard and just commit.
But don't look now. Lucas Cram getting pushed by the 9. The 9 goes around. And we have Lucas Cram, Benjamin Nelson, all of them right here together. Lucas trying to make that truck wide. He is trying to go back to back to back here tonight. The 24 of Nick Olson to the inside. They're getting squirrely. They're going 4 wide. We're coming to the line. They're wrecking behind them. Nick Olson coming to the line. He is going to win it here tonight and probably lock himself into the chase. Congratulations to Nick Olson for winning it here tonight for the SARG English Auto LLC Super Speedway Truck Series Chase Race number 3.
What an amazing finish.
Oh,
Those
man!
guys pushed so hard for every inch. Something had to give. That was an awesome finish. There's going to be quite a few upset guys, but you know, they can all go knowing they raced hard and clean all night. And it just happened you got caught up when it got real.
Wow, man, I'm screaming in the mic here tonight. Man, what an awesome finish that was. Awesome racing by these guys. And we know Nick Olson is going to do a burnout here. We just know it. He is going to cut it across the grass here, cut some grass here, do a burnout. We're going to get the top 3 up here for an interview, everybody. Don't go anywhere. The MaxSpeedTV post-race show coming up right after these messages. We've got to talk to the top 3 because this is really interesting here, so don't go anywhere. All right, well, I have caught up with the top three. We're going to start here with Kyle Manger, finishing 5th here tonight, started 8th, or led 5 laps, started 8th, finishing 3rd. Oh, boy, I'm putting you under the bus here, Kyle. So, man, talk about the overall racing here tonight, the stages, of course, you know, the way it played out, and of course, that green-white-checkered, man. That was an outstanding green-white-checkered there, man. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Man, that race was wild. Let me tell you. I felt like I was dealing with adversity pretty much the whole race there. Lost out on some stage points in both late stage incidents there, and I knew I was going to have to get a good finish.
Well, Kyle, you came in tonight in 3rd in points. You were 9 back behind Ben Nelson. What does the finish here tonight mean to you going forward?
Well, I'm here and I'm in. That late wreck kind of saved me there, and I didn't lift, and I try to get as many spots as I can. So if I'm on to next week with the other 3 guys, man, it's gonna be a wild race next week, and it's gonna be hard to top this one, but you might see something better.
Oh, it was a fantastic race here. Now, going into next week, of course, is gonna be the Daytona, and I believe it's the old Daytona. So the bumps at the old Daytona, Kyle, play into a factor there, man. Talk about the old Daytona, what to expect going into next week's race.
I think talent's gonna come out. The best will rise to the top, and we'll let the points play out. See how they do. Looking forward to racing with Nick, Lucas, and I think Gavin was the last one in. So should be a fun time, man. Congrats to all of them, and to Nick on his win tonight. Like we said, it was a wild race, man.
Wild indeed. Kyle, you got any thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate 3rd place here tonight and get ready for the old Daytona next week?
Yeah, thanks to Brendan and Robbie, Lucas for their commitment to the league, and MaxSpeedTV. I had the broadcast on at the back watching as I was racing, so enjoyed watching it. And yeah, everyone that's not in the playoffs still hanging out and running some hard racing, man. It's been a lot of fun in here.
All right, Kyle. Well, we'll let you go celebrate 3rd here tonight, buddy. Get ready for Daytona next week.
All right, thanks. See you there.
All right, well, that is going to bring us to our 2nd place finisher here tonight, Lucas Cram, looking to go back to back to back. But, well, Steven, I'm going to let you interview Lucas.
Well, let's get it.
Go right ahead.
Lucas, get a copy.
Yes, sir. I got you.
So, probably one of the wildest finishes I've ever seen, period, on my time in iRacing. What was it like trying to get through that?
It was insanity. I didn't even I was trying to close the door there on Ben, and I saw he was looking for that move. Obviously, being the driver he is, obviously extremely talented. I didn't even realize I left the hole there until he took it, and then I saw Brett trying to take me, I think 5 wide, and then all of a sudden they were wrecking. I got clipped, and I was hoping and praying that I didn't clip Nick in the right rear there, as we were trying to obviously get him in the next round of the playoffs. And luckily I missed that. 34 hit my door, and I saved it and managed to get back to the line in 2nd. But it was I'm still shaking. It was insanity.
Well, 1st in points. Most likely still going to be there after this one. What does that mean going into Daytona and on forward from there?
Absolutely. It's just, the 2 races left. Got the point lead still, so that's obviously awesome. And I finished 2nd in every single stage, by the way, tonight. In both stages in the race, I finished 2nd across the entire board. But yeah, I mean, missed out on the playoff points there, but obviously still with the point lead, so that's obviously awesome. And of course, gonna have to figure out the points to see who makes it. As it was obviously me, Nick, and Kyle, and I believe Gavin, but it's not 110% certain. But we'll have to figure it out when we see tally everything up at the end. But yeah, just a huge point lead, and we're gonna try to go there next week and see the 2 guys are eliminated and go in the finale.
Any any hidden strategy? It wouldn't be hidden if you told us here, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Any strategy you're going into Daytona with?
Yeah, Daytona 7, we've actually worked really well together as a little group here, and you know, Robbie, Nick, and I, and even Colin, when he gets a chance to race it. We did I think the last time we went there, well, besides the time before last, we actually finished 1 through 4 like we did tonight. So, you know, obviously we've worked really well together. Actually, that's why I got my my first win of the season back in race number 3. So it's obviously a good track for me and all of us. So hopefully we all put on a good show for you guys and the fans watching that we did tonight. And we usually do Daytona 07, and hopefully we're the next round of playoffs.
Yes, sir. Well, any shout-outs, people you want to thank?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Obviously, a huge shout out to both you and Josh for putting the show on and doing a great job each and every single week. And huge shout out to everybody that came out and watched tonight's race. I hope and I kind of expect you all to be entertained from that one. That was insanity to be a part of it. I'm sure it was so much fun to watch the broadcast, to watch it after. But yeah, obviously a huge shout out to all the guys that came out and raced tonight. Brendan's doing race control as always, doing a great job up there. You know, trying to keep everybody in control and calling the cautions and whatnot. And huge shout out to the buddies there of Colin, Nick, Kyle, and Robbie for working with me and trying to, you know, keep us all up front there at the end. And just shout out to everybody that, you know, obviously showed up and raced tonight. And we'll see how next week goes.
All right, man. Well, don't have too much fun celebrating that second. Got another race next week. But you have a good one.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You too.
Congratulations, Lucas, on second place, bud. We'll see you next week, man.
Yep, have a good one.
Well, all right. Well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight. And he was on the bubble looking for every single thing he could get, and he managed to do it. Nick Olson, do you got a copy?
I got you, bud.
Nick, man, what a race. What a finish. Talk about your race out there. I know we talked to you earlier during the race, you know, talking about how you were on the bubble of going into next week and making it to the next round. Talk about the racing here tonight at Dega. Talk about that green-white-checkered finish. What happened there at the green-white, and how did you manage to just to go? Go ahead.
Yeah, it was just I'm just lucky to have some great teammates, and that's I wish I could say it's all driver, but I am so lucky to have some great teammates, and we were lucky to come home first through fourth tonight, and the 86 didn't get the finish that he deserved there, but I am so kind of taken aback. I didn't see this happening. I was fully content on pushing Kyle home at that point, because it looked like that was the only way through for one of us, at least, that I had gotten past. And I just, things happened when the 9 came down and took the 25 with him, and then the bottom lane opened, and all of a sudden I'm the lead guy, and I'm getting the run on Lucas, and it just and Lucas goes up to block the 48, and then the door opens, and you just, when the door opens, you walk through it. And I was lucky to have a teammate on my bumper, and Colin Fern, and just incredible. And then to have that wreck, and
yeah,
to have it so bittersweet, because you think, oh man, now Kyle's not going to make it, and then Kyle slithers on through that wreck to finish third instead of finishing, 12th or whatever, wherever he was going to be, and knocking out the 48 on points. So now we got 3 of our 5 teammates, all three of our playoff teammates are in the final 4. And that's the name of the game from the start. It was to help each other and make sure that we're doing what we can to stay together and control our own destiny. And it worked yet again. Next week it'll be a little harder because we got to send somebody home. At least one of us are going to go home. So it's going to be rough next week, but I'm so excited for this group.
Well, Nick, you got, some teammates going into the chase. They're teammates, they're friends, all the above. But when it comes to on-track racing and the competition between you guys, how does that fare going on the track, going out there week in and week out, especially going into the next round, and possibility, maybe teammates fighting it out for the championship. What does that, that's got to be a huge conflict, coming from the drivers on the track.
Well, and I'll leave it. You saw it last week too. I
Yeah.
mean, Lucas made the move on the last lap to get what he needed to get done, and we'd worked together all race. And yeah, I was a little disappointed in that at the time, but next week that's what it's going to take. That's exactly what it's going to take to move forward. And assuming we control what we need to control, that's exactly the situation that we're going to find ourselves in next week. And somebody's going to have to go home. So when you're racing with teammates, and I'm pretty sure this is what you're asking, you just got to, for the first maybe 75, 80%, and probably even 90% of the race, you got to make sure you're helping each other and getting each other in position. And then, you cut the cord and say good luck, and hopefully you find each other along the way. But, which happened tonight. I mean, we all on that Green-white-checkered, we started 1, 2, 3, 4. And we all got split up separate ways, and yet we seemed to find each other at the end. So it was really quite incredible.
Well, Nick, you led here tonight. Let me bring up your driver bar here. You led, well, I'm not, there it goes. You led 26 laps here tonight. You started 5th. How did you manage, because there was some cautions out there tonight too. The track conditions, the track temp was not hot. 86, around that area, throughout the whole race. As the rubber got laid down too, there was more traction. The whole race, seemed like it was okay until the fuel started to run off. Talk about the fuel and how it really lightens up those trucks too.
Yeah, the fuel tonight, it really wasn't much of an issue for me. I would say it was an issue for others. I kind of played it smart in a sense that if I thought I was going to be close, I just came in and pit. And then when Alan had spun the tires on that one restart and I happened to get wrecked, that was honestly a blessing in disguise because it ended up putting me with a full tank of gas and fresh tires in the back when others didn't have that. So I had a little bit more maneuverability, and so did my teammates. I think Lucas was the only one on old tires there at the end, and it worked out for him as well. But it's a hell of a night, man. It's everything is just so special, especially finishing 1 through 4, and Kyle going from, out of it in turn 3 to crossing the finish line 3rd. It's just everything tonight was extremely special, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
All right, Nick. Well, we know going next week, Daytona 07, a bumpy track, before they paved it. Very, very bumpy. What's your mindset going into next week?
And it's funny you ask that. I feel like as much of an open variable Daytona 07 is, I feel like that was the track where we best executed strategies and made moves on the field. I don't know if you remember that race a while ago, but it ended up being between me and Kyle and a couple other people. Lucas was up there as well. So, and then I think Gavin, ironically, Gavin was up there as well. So the 4 of us were right up in the mix. So I think no matter what, you're going to get a great show, and one of us are going to win the race. I am guaranteeing you that. There's no way that one of us do not win that race, given its importance. I think the next 2 races you're going to see a playoff driver win. It just depends who it's going to be.
Well, Nick, I got to looking here, bud, and the last win you have came on May 1st of this year at Talladega, the Jeff Price on YT 250 at Dega. It took you, I don't know how many races to get another win, but just to put it into perspective, that was the last win, your only other win that you've had here, and that was in the regular season. What's your mindset knowing that?
Knowing that, I think both races had impacts on my life in certain ways, and they came at great times. during some interesting events that have taken place. I just there's everything happens for a reason, and there's a reason that I won that night in May. There's a reason I won here tonight, and there's a reason that the four guys moving forward are moving forward. Not to discount, anybody else who got eliminated tonight. Seth and Ben are fantastic drivers. I can't believe, if you told me going in here Ben was going to go home, I would not have believed you. I thought that we were in that scenario that I said next week that one of us three were going to go home, and instead all three of us moved on. I'm in absolute shock and awe that happened. But to answer the question, I think both wins came at the right time. And if this is the end of the road for me, if I go out next week, I know I went out swinging.
Well, as I am looking at the point standings going forward, I don't know if they are done or confirmed right now, but today is July 17th. And right now, Lucas Cram, Ben Nelson 1 and 2. Kyle Manger sitting in 3rd. Nick Olson sitting in 4th. So, if they are finished, Nick Olson, you have made it to the next round. I don't know if they're finished or not. A
win puts me through, regardless.
Okay.
The win puts me through. I'm pretty sure Lucas was locked in through his stage points. If we were crunching the numbers correct, I don't even know. If we were crunching the numbers correct during the race, it's me and Kyle and Lucas and Gavin. If I made a mistake somewhere along the line, which is very possible, I mean we were racing. Math isn't necessarily our best tool, but yeah, we'll see what happens. No matter who gets in, it was a great effort by everybody.
Awesome racing. All right, Nick. Well, congratulations on your victory here tonight, bud. And that number 24. Thought shout out you want to give before you go celebrate the win here tonight.
Well, thank you guys for doing what you do, and I heard the call. That was a hell of a call.
Yeah, I think I blew out my voice on that one.
Yeah, I hope you didn't hurt yourself. I just thank everybody at our team, and it's funny I guess Team Buck, we'll call it Team Buck. Everybody at Team Buck, just extremely grateful for what we've put together, and I can't wait for the next couple weeks.
All right, Nick, we'll let you go celebrate, bud. Good luck. We'll see you next week. Same place, same time. MaxSpeedTV and Daytona 07, man.
Well, you bet you'll see me there.
All righty, bud. All right, well, Steven, let's get down to the final results here, pending any admin discretion here and what they have to do. Nick Olson grabbing the win here tonight. Man, what a finish that was. Man, well, that was crazy. He is going to come away with the win and an excellent finish for him. Lucas Cram going to finish in 2nd. Kyle Manger 3rd. Robbie Lyons in 4th. Jonathan Chavis 5th. Ryan Swan in 6th. In that number 67 machine. Brett Taylor in 7th. Sean Howell 8th. Gavin Jones 9th. And Seth Knoll is going to round out the top 10. Steven.
You're going to have Colin Fern finishing 11th. Benjamin Nelson 12th. Justin Bruns 13th. Alex Bell 14th, Caden Adkins 15th, Brett Murphy 16th, Josh Fox 17th, Dawson Miller 18th, Alan Ballacino 19th, Luke Parks 20th, Clint Spillman 21st, and Rodney Evans rounding out your field in 22nd.
All righty, well, that's going to do it here for MaxSpeedTV, and congratulations again goes to Nick Olson for grabbing the win here tonight. Steven, thank you so much for helping me here tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity. Hopefully I can get back in here a couple more times, and we can have a good old time again. It has been fun. It has been an experience. I thank all you guys. That was a great showing, great finish. Nothing like it seen before, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
All right, well, thank you again, Steven. This has been MaxSpeedTV, an SARG English Auto LLC Super Speedway Truck Series Chase Race number 3. And until next time, folks, stay safe. Have a good night.